Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel, Sprinkle Sprinkle. So, we're here because I feel like the title of this video saying learn here. Hold on, I gotta change that because it's off. Typo is supposed to say learn here or learn, sorry, off. Or learn your lesson. Okay. Later. It's supposed to be an R. All right. I'm fixing it. No worries. Okay. Sorry it was so loud. Okay. So we're going to be talking about learn here or learn your lessons later. And I know a lot of you ladies have already been there and done that. And y'all are back and learning and not repeating the same mistakes, which is great. So I'm proud of y'all. Welcome, sprinkle, sprinkle. I'm so proud. Like I saw this reel on Instagram and I was so proud of the lady in the reel. And I know people were recording it. I don't know if it was fake or real, but the lady was being asked by her husband to level up their house together, like move into a bigger house, or she would pay some of the mortgage and he would pay some of the mortgage. And she was saying no, that he had, he should be paying for the bills and the mortgage. And she said, if you wanted to use my name in order to qualify, as a married couple, that's fine. But if you aren't paying all the bills and such, then I'm not for it. And he was steadily trying to convince her. And she was standing on her business. She's like, nope, nope, nope. And then the comments, the guys were upset because she would not pay. Now, to the women, the man literally looked pathetic, sitting here begging this woman to upgrade their lifestyle so he can look like he has more than what he has. It's like, nope, we're living within your means. Get what you can afford. I'm your wife. You're the provider. She was literally using my words. I know she watched this channel because she handled it like I would have handled it, but nicer. So I was very proud of her. Sprinkle, sprinkle, ma'am. You did the right thing. You don't provide for a full-grown, able-bodied man and let him flex and floss with your money, living in a bigger house that he cannot afford on his own. You do not do that. Okay? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Thank you. Anyway, if you're learning about people that and you don't agree with their lifestyle, definitely don't deal with them. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Someone asked me a question. I just answered it. So, yeah, men don't know how they look when they beg women. It looks terrible. It looks pathetic. It looks like they can't do anything on their own. And it's like, why? Why can't you do that? Like, why do you have to come to your wife or your woman? Why couldn't you just save up a little bit more or go get a side hustle or work a little bit harder? Why do you need her money? Why can't you have goals and strive for more for your family? It's not right. And I think men need to stop doing that because it makes you look sad and pathetic. And the funny thing is her kids were sitting right, their kids were sitting right there with them or other family members. And one of the Pygmisha family members was trying to ask, are you sure you don't want to? No, ma'am. I said what I said. If you can't afford it, go back to the drawing board and figure out how. Because a lot of times these guys, they can't afford the lifestyle they actually want to live. So that's why they seek a woman out to help them get to that level faster. No, sir, either be there or get there, but don't ask me to help you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay, yeah, I was very proud. I was like, oh, I'm so proud of her. And it was just a reel that I saw floating around on TikTok. I even commented on it. I said, good for you, providers only. I think I said something like that. Something like that. But anyway. Now imagine if she would have said yes and someone lost their job. Now it's all on her, you see? Or imagine if y'all get like, if a couple gets a house that they can't really afford on his salary. It all is going to go on the woman eventually if something happens to him, or they're going to be struggling if something happens to both of them. So you never live above your means, especially if you can't afford to even upgrade within your means. Uh-oh. Suki Million, Sprinkle Sprinkle, thank you for the super sticker. So don't listen to these guys. Yes, you could be living larger if you just went and got another man. Yes, you could be living in a more lavish house if he went and got some more money. But living on his salary and stacking your money, ladies, because this lady had money, but she wouldn't finna contribute. That's what you do. You don't give money to a grown, able-bodied man. That's his job. Okay? Because if we keep taking away all the jobs from men, they're not going to have a reason to be here no more. Okay? Okay, T Sprinkle. Shira, I asked my man to buy me an apartment in Rome. He said yes, but he hasn't yet what to do. Just keep reminding him and talk about it, and don't talk about nothing else until he go do it. Okay, that's what I tell everybody. If someone has promised you something and don't do it, don't talk about nothing else till it get done. Every conversation you have, that's what it's going to be about until it get done. Every conversation. And keep changing the subject. If he try to change it to something else, keep changing it right back and tell him, and why don't we just go get this done so we can talk about something else? I'm tired of talking about it too. And you already promised it, so are you not a man of your word? Let's go. Just keep talking about it and talk about nothing else. And then if he gets mad, say, well, you're the one that promised it. Do you unpromise it now? You need to get an answer out of him so you don't keep looking and waiting. Either he's going to tell you yes or no. But other than that, you need to keep talking about it until he tells you what he's really trying to do. Sprinkle, sprinkle. And when he says, yes, I am, take action right there. Don't wait. Don't wait a week. Get online, apply, whatever you got to do. Have all the websites ready. Have everything you need to do to start the process immediately. You need to do all the things you need to do. So all he got to do is click a button and put his credit card or his money down. You need to have everything ready. So when he finally gives in, you got it right there. Then he can't say no because he already said yes. And he doesn't want to go through all that. So he's going to put the down payment or whatever he got to do. He got to make you happy. So it's on you. You got to get it together. You have to have everything done so he can just go ahead and sign and give him the money. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So yes, learn here or learn your lesson later. A lot of women have come to my channel and did not agree with what I said until later, until they had a dusty relationship or a relationship that didn't result in the results that they were hoping. And it played out exactly how a lot of my videos explain that they will play out if you choose certain, decisions in your relationship. And they come right back here and listen this time so they don't repeat. Okay. Believe me, y'all, I know most of the stuff that I say, if you think about it, eventually, if you have a relationship, you may experience some of these situations and you'll know what to do or you'll know what not to do. It's always best to have the information, whether you are able to apply it or not in your relationship, just in case, if you got it and you know it and you don't need it, great. But if you got it and you need it, you can use it. So that's the best way to be is prepared always. Okay. You said you had to learn the hard way. You wasted so many years on Dusty Man. I'm sorry, Monique, but you know what? It's never too late. Never too late. And just keep going in the right direction. No more dust. Dust-free era, ladies. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. So learn here or learn your lesson later. And if you are unable to watch all the videos, definitely get the books. Books are on Amazon, linked in the description bar. Get the books if you have, a time situation. Oh, Kabibi. Advice on dating a provider man who is going through a divorce. It's a complex divorce due to several business and will take time to finalize. It doesn't matter as long as he's spending money on you, ma'am. Okay. Just pretend it's a long engagement and he might not remarry as soon as he divorces. So you're going to be waiting longer anyway. Just enjoy the ride, enjoy the money. Okay. Don't focus on the marriage. Focus on the money. Stack your money. Get all you can get out of it because we don't know if he's lying. We don't know if he's really going to get divorced. We don't know how long that divorce is going to take if he is telling the truth. We don't know. So get all that you can get while you're there right now. And that's what you focus on, man. Don't focus on what isn't yet. Focus on what you got now and what you can do with it. Okay. OW Sprinkle Sprinkle. My provider is 48. You're 25. He asked to marry me, but I'm scared of age difference. He said he will secure my lifestyle and future. Most of the time he's that age is ready to settle down and give you money. So the age difference is less than the age difference I have with my husband. So it works. Sprinkle sprinkle, and you'll always look young compared to him. So I say go for it. Because you gonna find a Dusty out there that's willing to do all that? No, you probably won't. You say you don't date for dust no more? Good for you. Can't let those pathogens get a hold of you anymore. I know that's right. Okay. So just definitely learn your lessons. Do not repeat. If someone's promising you something, talk about it until you get it. If there's a waiting period for something such as a divorce, get all you can get out of the man until it's finalized, and then you can get way more. Focus on what you can do now, what you can get now, and stop worrying about something that may never happen or it's going to take a while to happen. Just get the money. Uh-oh. Asta, sprinkle, sprinkle. Catching your live is always a pleasure. You're on wisdom. No, you and your wisdom is priceless. Thanks for being guiding. Thank you, girl. I appreciate that. Sprinkle, sprinkle. And I also find that older men you have to give less instruction to. Like they already have experience in life. They know what to do. They're already got their stuff going on. They're already pretty much successful. You don't really have to guide them in a way that you'd have to do someone your own age, and usually you become more mature than a man your own age because of experience in life, motherhood, et cetera, et cetera. So you don't want someone that's going to end up being your child. If you marry someone same age, that's what literally happens. Yes. When you marry someone your same age or when you date someone your same age, if you are a mature woman and you're smart and you have, things going on, you're most likely going to bypass him mentally anyway. So it'll be just like having another child or just, so I like the experience and the intelligence of an older man versus someone that asking me for questions all the time, looking for me for direction, for me to be their mother, or I don't want to be their mother. I already, I want to be the mother to children, not to grown men. So I can't do anything that's close to my age because I'm too mature to deal with younger guys. Oh, that's of course when I was in my 20s, but now, like I feel like because I'm 45, if I were to deal with somebody my own age, it would still probably be an issue because I'm so used to dealing with someone older. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. He said, what if they cheat? All men cheat. Broke men, rich men, men in wheelchairs. So what about you? What are you going to do? Are you stacking money? Do you have a business? Is that man rich that's cheating on you? Are you crying at the bus stop or in your Benz? Like you cannot base your life around if someone's going to do what they want to do or not. You can only base your life around how you react to it and how you improve from it. So what are you going to do? I mean, we're real over here. We're not, I might look like a fairy tale princess today, but we being real. The real world is the real world. And you got to learn how to navigate it in order to live your princess life. Think about this. All the princess stories, all the Disney stories, the princesses got to go through some real life stuff before they can get to the princess life. Ain't that right? So get to it. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I'd rather cry in a Benz than cry at the bus stop, man. And especially over no Dusty. Ugh. What hurts more? Let me ask y'all. What hurts more? Being cheated on by a Dusty or a provider? Let me ask y'all that. A Dusty, you have to pay for or you have to split bills with, right? You're probably not driving the nicest car you could be driving or living in a place that you want to live. And you're probably working or doing way more than you should be, plus raising kids if y'all have kids. Okay. Now, if this Dusty go and cheat on you, how dumb and stupid are you going to feel? How bad are you going to feel because you gave all of your energy and money and all this stuff to a Dusty? Now, think about this. If a provider who provides you everything, bills paid, vacations, nice house, nice car, you don't have to work, you can be a stay-at-home mom. If they went and cheated, you're not going to feel bad. You're going to be like, oh, well, at least less work for me. And you'll be like, okay, well, I don't really care because I didn't marry him for fidelity. I married him for lifestyle. So therefore, it doesn't hurt as much because you're not there for the same reason you're there for that Dusty. You're not there to be their mother and take care of them. And the slightest betrayal is going to break your heart. You're not there for that. So remember why you're there. And remember who's it better to get cheated on with, because you don't get cheated on. You cannot go through your entire life, ma'am, without being cheated on. I promise you. You're not going to go through your entire life without being cheated on by somebody. So make sure they got some money. Make sure it's worth it. And that's the truth. Y'all can doubt it all you want, but I bet you wouldn't bet your life on it. That all men don't cheat or your man won't cheat. I bet you wouldn't bet your life on it. So be prepared. That's all I'm saying. Better be cheated on by somebody with money than somebody broke. Okay? Sprinkle, sprinkle. And let me talk to some of y'all women in other countries who are dealing with these passport bros. Why? Let me ask y'all a question, because how does it feel to be cheated on by a man who can't afford women in his own country and goes to other countries to spend their little Uber check on y'all and then go somewhere else and cheat on you or whatever? How does that feel? Do you feel even more mad, or you don't care because you just got the money? And them passport bros weren't really your type. You just, needed a little cash, a little sprinkle. Like, how does it feel to be cheated on by a broke American that has to go to different countries so his money is worth more, that nobody else is checking for here? Like, I don't know. I'm asking y'all. Well, if y'all know, put it in the permanent comments, because I seen some lady going off on one of these passport bros on one of her videos and calling him all types of names. So I'm just curious of how it feels to be cheated on by somebody that don't nobody even want over here. Okay, they can't even be a proper Dusty. They had to go away somewhere else because even Pig Misha don't want them. Now that's low. I mean, a decent Dusty can at least find a Pig Misha, but they can't even do that. So they bad. Okay. I said a decent Dusty can at least find a Pig Misha. Okay. Anyway. Now, some of them don't even give them papers. They just go over there and exploit them and come back, or move over there. They thought they was gonna get citizenship. The broke dude end up moving over there because he can live better with his couple of thousand in his savings account. He can live good for a couple of months. That's the sad part about it. These women think they finna get a green card, and here come the Dusty with their suitcases and moving in. Katna, sprinkle. What to do if your husband never thinks he's wrong and getting an apology is almost impossible? You have to use reverse psychology on those types, ma'am. So learn to use reverse psychology when he thinks he's never wrong. And I'll give you a few examples, but like you have to admit that he's right, even if he's wrong, and do the wrong thing. Like you gotta really play it out. You gotta start repeating the wrong stuff and having other people correct it in his face. Okay. You gotta use reverse psychology and bring down these dudes' egos. So be like, oh, hey mom, or hey dad, or hey sis. Oh, my husband said A, B, C, and D. He says that's right though. Oh, what? You're finna Google it? Oh, well, what do you agree? Oh, in the relationship, yeah, he says it's not right for me to do A, B, C, and D. He says he's right. You don't agree with that either? I know, but he thinks he's right. It's okay. I'm gonna let him think he's right because it helps his ego. You're right. If you start patronizing them and just saying they're right, they'll start listening to you more because deep down inside they know you don't believe them and other people don't agree or believe them. And so whenever he is pushing the fact that he's right, he knows in your mind that you're just repeating, this fool is dumb, this fool is wrong, I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do anyway. I don't really need an apology from him. It's just his ego. He's weak in that department. He can't admit when he's wrong. He's overcompensating for something else, probably. You got to break them down psychologically. Oh, Mary, sprinkle, sprinkle, you're 23. Your 48-year-old professor is showing interest in me. How do I take his money without being awkward due to family ties? Just tell him you need something, girl, and see if he come through. Or tell him you need something expensive that costs money. See if he come through with the money. Uh-oh. The occult college in the house, sprinkle, sprinkle. So, yeah, you got to use reverse psychology on them. Or just ignore them. It's like, yeah, you're right, whatever. Oh, Ruby Dennis, sprinkle, sprinkle. What to do if you find fiance searching up girls at the gym? In my emotions right now, should I say anything? Searching up girls at the gym. Girl, it's a man. At least he ain't searching up guys. Be thankful for that, number one. Number two, understand that that's how men are. Most men in relationships, especially if that's just your boyfriend or, the first couple of years of marriage, they gonna do that. Sorry to tell you, I'm sorry to be the one to break the news. They gonna do it. You go out to a bar, a happy hour, or a club tonight or Friday night. Most of them men that hit on you gonna be married or gonna have a girlfriend. That's just facts, baby. So just because you discovered it is why you're in your emotions. You're mad because you found out. So are you looking through his phone, ma'am? If you're looking through his phone, you're gonna find something. If he were to look through your phone, what would he find, ma'am? Because if your phone is dry, you focus on the wrong thing. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Get it? What you searching up, ma'am? Why he ain't looking through your phone? Why are you chasing after him? Why are you so concerned with him? Why is he being chased by you? Why are you so concerned with what he's doing? Why he ain't concerned with you doing? You're not attracting that man like you should be. You're not making that man chase you still. That man be worried about what you doing. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Is better invest your money before marriage? How? By contacting someone that knows about investments. Sometimes you can do it through your bank, and they have investment accounts and stuff like that. So just go find someone that knows about it, read a book, or go through your bank. Probably safer. Oh, Celeste, sprinkle, sprinkle. Appreciate you. So how do you ever feel security in a relationship? Then, with money, ma'am, you feel security and lifestyle. Relationship. Think about the word relationship. How you relate to another. How you relate to another. That man is relating to you, to her, to them. You're a little bit insecure because he's looking outside of the relationship. Men are always going to do that. Sprinkle, sprinkle. But if you refocus their attention back to you. They're not going to have time to do that. All right. How many people do you know that are secure in their relationship? They've probably been married for many, 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 many years, right? And those many, 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 many years that people have been married, they just stop caring a little bit less, stop looking through people's phones. They don't really care. They're in it for the long haul, for the lifestyle, for the kids. Okay. They're not there for fidelity for 50 years. They're not there for that. Because you already know somebody, grandpa done messed up, grandma done messed up throughout that entire marriage of 50 plus years. Y'all already know that. So you don't focus on those things. You focus on what they can do for you, what you can get out of it, the gifts you can receive for them messing up. So if I were you and I saw some gym chicks in my phone, I'm getting ready to go to Hermes. We going to Chanel, okay? Or divorce lawyer, Chanel or divorce lawyer, Hermes or which one you want to go to, sir? Yeah, I don't know if you're married, but you want to break up or are you taking me here? That's the option you got right now, man. And if you make him spend money on something that luxurious, he's less likely to do it again and risk getting caught and got to take you back to some luxury store to ask for your forgiveness. So you make him pay, man. What do you want? You need a new car? You want a down payment on a new car? Go to the dealership with them. You need an upgrade on your ring? You need an upgrade on your house? You want to upgrade on something? Talk to him. He has the money for you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay, that's how you become secure in the relationship. You make him invest in you. Every time he do wrong, even when he don't do wrong, he needs to be steadily investing into you so he can't even figure out how he's going to impress any other woman because all his money is trying to impress you or trying to get you to forgive him. So use all of that to your knowledge and get your money, man. I know it might hurt because y'all are probably young and you thought he was telling the truth when he said that you was the only one. But you know they lie. Now you know. So go for the money. So let me tell you a secret. If you think about this in a year or two from now, if you just can't take it no more and you're done with him and you're going to break up with him, you got Chanel, you got Hermes, you got a new car, you got stuff to take with you, ma'am. Instead of regret, anger, and sorrow, now you got nice things that you can take with you. And it'll be easier to get over that person because look at all the beautiful gifts that they gave you. And, you know, when you use those nice gifts or when you use those things, you can remember them in at least a decent way. Like, oh, they were so generous, even though that they were this and that, at least they were generous. And then on to the next man. So don't ever think a man is perfect because they're not. They're going to mess up. And when they do, they should be prepared or have a savings enough to buy your forgiveness if that's what they want. If they still want you, they don't want you, on to the next. Okay? But don't sit there and cry and boo-hoo because a man gonna do what he gonna do. Take control of your life and your emotions, and you always win. Some women be waiting on their husbands to mess up because they want something else. I've heard the conversations. You get with these rich women, they're like, oh my gosh, last time such and such got me this, car because he was mad and he knew I was getting ready to leave. So he took me to the dealership. And next time he said, I told him that next time we're going to the Bentley dealership, if that's what it comes to. So if you see me driving a Bentley, you know what happened. So this is the conversation with rich women. I mean, even if your husband can't afford those things or your boyfriend can't afford those things, work within his budget, okay? Whatever you can get out of him that's going to cost him, get it. How do you get a credit card or an allowance? He gives me money when I ask, spoils me with gifts. Okay. You tell him that you need a credit card to do certain things with online or whatever, and that you can get the points back. And it's cheaper if he pays it all off in 1 month and you're getting points. Just make it make sense to him financially, and he'll probably get you one. All you gotta do is ask. Okay. I wouldn't be afraid to ask him. If he say no, he say no. Ask someone else. Oh, catnut. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you for your last response. Follow-up question. How can I make him more accountable, or is that the lost cause? Um, Men don't care about your emotions or your feelings, ma'am. They barely care about emotions or feelings at all. As long as they're getting what they want, that's when they don't care. So if you need a man to care, just stop doing everything. Ignore them and don't do nothing for them. Nothing. Don't cook, don't clean, don't talk to them. Just totally start ignoring them. That's when they start to care more, when they think you're getting ready to move on. If you're always over emotional, if you're overly concerned, if you're always texting them, they don't even have time to chase you or to notice that something is wrong. Because as long as you're giving them attention, they're winning. Okay? As long as you're giving them attention, they are winning. They got you emotionally by a chokehold. So when you cut them off 100%, they know something is wrong and they know it's time to do some damage control. And that's for when you can get everything you want. So make sure you use that technique, because a lot of times these women be still chasing and begging and crying and trying to spill their emotions. Them men don't care about that. If they did, they'd be with another man. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. They don't care about that. They're simple creatures. They just want to solve the problem and move on. They're very logical creatures. They don't care about how you feel and why you did this. And before they met you, they was looking up women at the gym. After they meet you, if they think she's attractive, they want a closer look. They want to see what she does for a living. They want to see if they are gonna risk it all for her. You know what I'm saying? All right. Just like if I was at the gym and I saw somebody that had a nice car, was 6'8" tall, I'm looking them up too, ma'am. That don't mean we're gonna do nothing. That's just curiosity. So if you really think about it like that from a mature perspective, maybe he's just wishing that he could have someone that he can't have. Maybe that's his little crush, fantasy crush, to keep him going to work out at the gym. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people have those at work, at the gym. I know I did a long time ago. I'm like, I'm getting up on the gym. This dude. Never talked to the dude, but like once in passing, hello, goodbye. But it kept me on my toes. It kept me on that treadmill. Some people need extra motivation, and we can't be that jealous and angry about certain things unless, it's habitual and you can't take it anymore. But just somebody looking up something on a phone, no, I'm not getting mad over that. I don't really care. I got too much going on myself. Okay, so I don't know if that was you who asked that or the other girl, but men don't care if they're right or wrong. They just care if they win. But if it's an unfair victory, then they don't feel like they won at all. So give them the unfair victory and they won't get the satisfaction of actually winning. All right? She's like, yeah, you're right. You won. I always say that they won. Okay, right. You win. You win. Like, get out of my face. Basically, you're saying you win. You win. Get out of my face. Like, it was a win that wasn't real, and they won't even accept it in themselves. So it's not like they won it all, and then you secretly win. And they probably won't apologize. They'll just probably forget that it happened or keep the peace if their ego is like that. For the other person to ask the question similar. You say he snores loud at night. How to address? Tell him. Say, you snore. Tell him to get one of them snore things. I don't know. They got all this snore technology now. Tell him to go see a specialist. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Someone said get earplugs. Okay. Yeah, get money, man. Focus on the money. If you married for love, if you in a relationship for love, now you know better. Learn here, learn your lesson, or learn your lesson later. See, some people are in a relationship for love, and this is what happens. They too emotional. Don't do it, ma'am. Oh, Beth Austin, how to reinvent yourself and build confidence when you have allowed men to take that from you and abuse you. A man can't take your confidence. You can only give it. You know what I'm saying? You gave it by staying, by listening, by believing whatever he said. So you gave it to him. He didn't take it. You have to give it to him by accepting what he said was true and believing it. So the best way to build your confidence back is to start believing that you are all the things that you think you are. Good things, you know. Start talking to yourself in your own head about how great you are. Use your, you know, physical looks. Get dressed every day, put on makeup every day, do your hair every day, look your best every day, feel good, look good, you know, and just start that way and compliment yourself often. And don't care what a man told you, because most men only tell you those things to control you. And if you're easily controlled as a woman, you literally give them permission to control you because you believe them. I'm not believing nothing that comes out of a man's mouth unless I can see it on paper. You know what I'm saying? So, therefore, you gave away your self-esteem to a man. They can't get it from me. So remember that. You can't take nothing. You can only give it. If you believe everything they tell you, that's your fault, man. Because I sit up here all day, men, women be telling me all these crappy things. Do I believe them? No. Do I accept it? No. Because it ain't true. It's just an opinion. And if you take opinion as truth, then and you allow it to work on your confidence, that's because you believed it as truth instead of opinion. So don't do it. What books do I recommend? My books, baby. Ash, Sprinkle, Sprinkle. Sprinkle, Sprinkle is one of the names of my book. Leveling Up to Your Best Life is another name of a book. And then Too Pretty to Pay Bills is my latest book. They're all on Amazon, and it's linked in the description bar. My book links. So also the Wisdom of SheRaSeven. They have some daily affirmations in there. And then I have another book. What is that book? It's more of a business book to, you know, start businesses with. But yeah. Sophia Loren, Sprinkle, Sprinkle. Thank you, girl. She done sprinkled me with $99.99. I appreciate that. She says her husband was drinking and bought you a $200,000 necklace, and now he is making me feel guilty and says I'm a user. How to respond? It's like, you know, you tell the truth when you're drunk now, baby. So you really feel this way about me? I'm so, you know what? I was so happy when you did this. And, you know, I was saying, you know, this is how he really feels about me. And he loves me this much. And he's willing to invest in me. And he trusts me. So, like, talk him up to what you want him to be, so he can't deny it. It's like, I really thought that you loved me and were trying to invest in me and show me that you were, you know, here to stay and just being, you know, the man that I always wanted in my life. And, you know, I'm sorry if you think that I was using you. I was literally just loving this necklace, and you really wanted me to be happy and you wanted me to have it. And so who am I to deny that? You know, of course I'm going to accept it. So, and start crying, have a little shed a tear. Say, thank you so much, by the way. You're so sweet. Girl, that necklace must be something, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. It'll go away. He'll forget about it in a couple of weeks. Oh, Gina, sprinkle, sprinkle. If you had to estimate percent of normal non-narcissistic providers versus percent of Dusties overall, what would you? I don't care if they're narcissistic. I'm gonna get my money either way. You can't get nothing out of a Dusty. Most successful people are narcissistic to an extent. Just get your money, man. Become one yourself, and you won't even notice that the other person is a narcissist, because you'll be too busy being a narcissist to them. And two narcissists can't be together because they can't feed off of each other. So therefore, they will just not be narcissistic if you're narcissistic. Literally. It won't work on you. Narcissists look for victims. If you're not a victim, if you don't accept their, you know, their narcissistic behavior, they'll switch right up, because they're not a narcissist to everybody. They're only a narcissist to people that allow them to be. Okay? They're not a narcissist to their boss. They may not be a narcissist to their mother, their sister. But when it comes to women, or to women that they want to control, they may become one with you. But if they can't become one with you, but they still like you won't have to deal with it because they can't use you in that way. They can't affect you in that way because you know all the narcissistic behaviors, you know all the narcissistic moves because you use them yourself. You see? So if you can't, if a narcissist is your problem, become one. Become one, which means use their behavioral techniques. Use their behavioral techniques the same way that they're using them on you, and you won't have to worry about them because they'll know that you know and they can't do anything about it. So they'll just start treating you normal. Okay? Please don't be a victim. Just be smart. Okay? Some of y'all walk into the place and victim is literally written across your forehead. Like I can tell the victims. When I walk in a room, I can say victim, 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 soon to be victim, because of how y'all carry yourselves, how you look at a man. I can tell. Like a man can tell too, who's a real narcissist. They can tell exactly who to go for, exactly what to say to them, exactly what to get them. But see, if you go in knowing most successful men, let me repeat after me, ma'am, ladies, gentlemen, most successful men are narcissists. Okay, most. What are you then, ma'am? Are you going to use this time to better yourself on how to deal with one, to neutralize that narcissism? Or are you going to just play the victim and complain? Just get the money, ma'am. Learn how to deal with it and just get the money. Because if they can't use you in the way that they're trying to, then they're not going to because they can't. All right. I can't scroll. I'm tired of scrolling through YouTube and TikTok and Instagram with all these people crying about, I've been with a narcissist. I've been with a narcissist. Girl, then I should have taught you something. You should have learned from them so you know the signs and not repeat and use it against them. Okay? Sometimes they're teaching you. If you're ever in a situation where you're a victim, be a student at the same time. And when you come out of it, you probably won't be able to have to ever go through that again. Okay? You should do whatever you need to do to your hair, ma'am. This is not a hair channel, but thank you, Miss Anna. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Whatever gets you the bag, Anna, that's what you need to do. Ali, sprinkle, sprinkle. Engineer you met, he's slightly autistic when it comes to knowing when a woman likes him, what to say. You got to tell him, ma'am. I like generous men like you. There you go. I like provider men just like you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Someone says no loans. Who out here taking loans from grown, able-bodied men? And no, only pygmishas take loans. We take gifts that we don't pay back. Okay. Okay. You said he's a millionaire. You've been a pygmisha up until now? He's hot. He's cold. He gets triggered and cares when I leave him on scene and online. A suggestion, girl. You always got to type something back. Just type something back. It don't have to be a whole paragraph. Just like miss you. Oh, Claude, sprinkle, sprinkle. If smart narcissists are the easiest to control, that's true. Claude Garcia, that's true. You got to be smart though. What? Should you be dating seriously at 21? Never had a boyfriend or first kiss? No, ma'am. You need to make sure that you understand what being in a relationship is first. You know, so definitely maybe just have a boyfriend. Don't get pregnant. Have your first kiss. Maybe just a date, a couple of dates, because sometimes you don't have to be in a relationship to have a first kiss. So go on a couple of dates, man. Make sure you want to kiss them if you haven't had your first kiss. And then if the dates go well and you like them and they're providers, then move on to the next step, which is being in a relationship. So let's start going on dates. What are you doing? Okay. Relationship depends on what kind of woman you are. If you're a pygmisha or you a sprinkle girl. Relationships are very different for different women, depending on their standards. So if your relationship, requires that you only be with a full provider, then that's what the relationship is. Whatever man wants to be in a relationship with you, got to be provided. What if he asks for all his expensive gifts back? I'm not listening to any man, any grown, able-bodied man asking me for stuff, whether he gave it to me or not. If it was a gift, it's mine. He ain't getting nothing back. Sprinkle, sprinkle. That's petty. Like, no, in the court of law, if you gifted me, you don't get anything back. That's you. It was a gift. You don't get it back. You gave it out of the kindness and free will of your heart. It was a gift. Thank you. Learn next time. Don't give a woman gifts if you're just going to take them back. Either you can afford it or you can't. Okay? You don't give a man no gifts back, man. That's the most pygmisha move you can make. You keep it. You keep it, you use it, and it's yours. You sit in the court of law. You ain't signed no contract, it's yours. What do I do when my provider starts slacking and hesitating before giving me money? Never slept with him for 9 months. Now he pays all my bills, and now he's hesitating. You got to give him hope again. You got to give him some false hope. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Start talking about stuff that makes him excited, and he know he got to pay for that to continue in that direction. You know what I mean? So get his hopes up. Oh, Carla, sprinkle, sprinkle to the smartest woman I know. Thank you, Miss Carla. I appreciate that. hmm So it's funny how guys never talk about how girls always want the expensive stuff they bought them back. Hmm. That's why you don't buy them expensive gifts. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said, how do we get your confidence? Girl, you just have to know. And don't believe everybody what they said, believe yourself. I've always been confident because I believe myself instead of other people. I'm like, you know what? I know I look good, period. You know what? I know I'm smart, period. You know what? I know I can do that, period. You know what? I said what I said unapologetic, period. I believe in myself 100%. That's how. I don't care what people say. That's what you got to get. You got to be a non-people pleaser in order for your confidence to go high. Because you have to be able to do what you want to do, feel good about your decisions, and stop doubting yourself. So spending time alone will definitely help that because you're not constantly bombarded by other people's opinions. And then once you start getting around other people, after you've gotten your confidence level up, then nothing they say will literally phase you because you already know, whatever. I do what I want. Y'all are done. That's your opinion. Okay, well, I'm glad you feel that way, but I don't agree. You know, you're more in tune with yourself and you believe yourself, and your confident level grows when you're alone by yourself. Or if you're around like-minded, positive people that encourage you. But if not, get alone. You're not around like-minded people that are positive and encourage you, be alone until you are your own cheerleader in your own head and you actually believe it. So you need to reprogram yourself mentally. And then your confidence will soar, I promise you. Yes. Any book recommendations? Yes. The Wisdom of SheRaSeven. It's on Amazon. Or Too Pretty to Pay Bills. Yes. Or Sprinkle Sprinkle. That's one of my other books. Or my most famous book, I Bring Nothing to the Table. Get that one too. Oh, Painting. Sure, I cheated. What? You cheated and broke up with your husband with a famous footballer? Should I feel guilty because right now I don't? Girl, if you don't feel guilty, why are you looking for the guilt? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Why are you looking for guilt when there is none? Do you think if he would have met like a Victoria's Secret model or a runway model or whatever, that they would have felt bad for doing the same thing to you? No, they wouldn't. So be happy. Sometimes people just don't feel guilt because it was worth it, right? The best book for beginners is I Bring Nothing to the Table, because it's short, sweet, to the point, and it gives you a glossary of all the vocabulary that I use, like words that I make up, so you can understand what they mean. And it's a good reference book. It has questions and answers in it and everything. Oh, Miley, sprinkle, sprinkle. Not happy with him, but don't want to move back home. Okay, so have another one on the side then. Okay, don't y'all know how to make smooth transitions? Men do it all the time. Have someone on the side. When you're tired of him, move over to the next one. Okay. What it means when provider says it wants to wait third base with you because you're special. It means they're probably young. Grown men don't talk like that. I don't even know what that means, because what's third base? Y'all, I'm not a child. I don't know what third base is. What's third base? I know fourth is, the thing. I don't know what that. I don't know what the other stuff is, man. I'm too old. I don't know. Like, you're too special. Then ask him for some money if you're that special. If you're that special, he should be paying some bills, ma'am, or taking you shopping. You know what I'm saying? That's what you should be doing anyway, instead of worried about third base. Get some get a third of his money. Go shopping. Get a third of his check, ma'am. If you that special, he'll spend. So money. Um, yes, learn here or learn your lesson later, ladies. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All of them are my books, man. I wrote them. Yes, get them. It's like having me right there with you when you're reading it. Um, it's written in my words, just like I talk. Most of the books are written just like I speak. So it's literally like you're sitting there reading what I'm telling you. Sheila, did someone hurt you bad to get to this point? No, I've been married for like years. I've been married since 2006. Been with James since 2001. Nobody hurt me. A lot of women come to me hurt. A lot of women ask me questions who are hurt. A lot of women that I know have been hurt. And I learn a lot of information from a lot of hurt women and why they did what they did and why they do this and why they do that. You know, I'm also a student and I learn people. And I've also seen how people make mistakes after mistakes after mistakes and so on and so forth. I have been a reader, a tarot reader, and I've gotten a tea on a lot of people and their relationships, what they did wrong, what they shouldn't have did, how much they put up with. I have literally observed so much pain in the women that support me. And I try to transmute it, which means transform it on this channel to help other women. So even though I've never had as much pain as some of these ladies, I definitely don't want them to be in pain anymore. So I literally sit here and help them because I have helped so many people for so long, over 10 years. And I continue to do the same because there's so many people I could imagine living their lives. I couldn't imagine going through what they went through. I could not imagine, but they paint a picture and they tell me the story. And I come up with the solutions and I come up with what they can do. And I come up with the psychological and mental ways to deal with it. And I come up with other ways too. We ain't gonna talk about that, but that's more for the other channel. And we help it solve it together, you know? So if I've been hurt, it hurts me when y'all get hurt and y'all can't see the solution. So it takes someone that's not in the situation a lot of times to see the solution right in front of the face that the person in the situation cannot see. So that's why I do what I do, because I can see the solution when a lot of people can't because they're too involved in their emotions. They're too involved into the relationship or the person, or feeling like, you know, they're unable to do anything else. But when other women get through their stuff and they share it on my channel, those are examples of women that actually get through the situation that someone else may be in, and to let them know that it's actually possible, to allow them hope and to keep moving forward. So I've never been in pain as much as some of my subscribers have, but I choose to help them because I couldn't imagine. How to make your home feminine? Sprinkle, sprinkle. You have to decorate it, man. Get my book, Leveling Up to Your Best Life. And that book is literally about transforming your space, your house, your hygiene, and your looks and everything in order to level up to your best life. It's on Amazon, Leveling Up to Your Best Life by SheRaSeven. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you. You just choose a color palette for your space that's feminine, and you kind of stick with that. Colors have a lot to do with making your space look more feminine. Also, you know, you want to do stuff that's a little bit more curvy versus super square, and, you know, like super modern and square, in my opinion, is not very feminine. It's very masculine. So I like antiques. I like more curved looking furniture for lighter colors if you can't do curved. That's why I did my room like white and like dark brown, because of the contrast, and it's kind of pretty, and I like antiques. So I would just say go for something that's more feminine in nature, like flowers, more curves, lighter colors, you know, something like that. Good smells, good candles. Dark colors are okay for like parts of my house have dark colors in it, but like where you want to feel feminine at the type of colors that make you feel feminine. So that might be red for some people. That might be pink for some people. That might be beige, white, whatever, nude. So whatever color makes you feel feminine, that's what you use. How do you make a man feel special even you're actually detached from him? By being with him. If he can claim you, he should feel special. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I'll be doing too much. You could be somewhere else. Just be nice and say thank you whenever they do something for you, and smile. Thank you so much. Well, say, what would I do without you? Thank you so much. And they'll be happy that they just are with you. Okay. You found out from your man he's been hiring escorts. What should you do? Have some dirt on him for doing illegal stuff. How do I use that against him to get what I want? Well, if you got the evidence, use it. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Tell him you're gonna use it unless he do A, B, C, and D. But I don't know if that's legal. Or just mention it. It's like, there's this bag that I've really been wanting, or this car that I've really been wanting, and I was waiting for the right moment to ask you before or after I talked to you about those escorts or whatever. Then he's gonna be like, well, let's go get it now. So, you always bring up new stuff that you want. Upgrade your vehicle before. Give him a choice to whether it's like, you know what? I have good news and bad news. Which one do you want to hear? Okay, well, the good news is I found the car that I want you to take me to the dealership and buy for me. The bad news is I also found something in your phone that could be devastating to both of us. So which one should we focus on? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Let's focus on the car. I think you're right. That way, he knows He knows it's going to cost him. He's going to pay the price. And he'll think twice before doing it again, or he'll have his money saved so that if you find it again, upgrade on something else. But that's how you do it, man. You need to be 2 steps ahead, or 3 if you're smart. Okay? Remain calm. Don't let your emotions fly all over the place, because if you don't even care and it's just all about his money, he's going to say, well, I must not have her anymore, and I need to start doing something about that because she don't even care if I do this. She's just with me for my money. Wow, what happened? Why doesn't she like me anymore? And then he's going to try to be more, paying you attention. So you have to stay emotionless. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Yeah, and definitely don't be with him no more. On his birthday or next holiday, or just for a gift for no reason, buy him one of those tests at CVS that tests to see if they got something. Just have it wrapped up in a pretty bow, have it on the table with all this like tissue paper coming out of it. Have a little glass of wine next to it. He think you forgive him, and he pull it out as a test. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said listen to your married elders only if they not pick me shoes. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I agree. Listen to people that are married only if their man is paying all their bills and they not going 50-50. Otherwise, block them ears. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Been with an older man for 5 years. He's nonchalant about his business, very loyal and great man, but how can I get more of a chase from him? Some men think that they got you already, so they're not going to chase. So if you leave your house, like, and plus he's old, like old men, like they feel like, you know what, if you want me, you want me. If you don't, you don't. Old men don't really chase as hard as younger men. So maybe you're just adjusting to the chase of a younger man versus an older man. As long as they're chasing you with some money, that's all that matters, man. So if they're paying stuff, if they're giving you money, if you want them to continue to chase, then start doing something different. Always reinvent yourself. Always find new and interesting things to do. Always keep them, on their toes. Always be busy. If you're in the same rut, if he can predict where you are 24/7 hours a day, if you tell him all your moves, he's not going to need to chase you because you give him enough information to know exactly what you're doing and exactly where you're at. I would say stop telling him as much and start doing new and different things, and let him try to communicate with you first by letting him chase and ask, well, what are you doing? Well, is that new? Da, da, da. Oh, that's different. So you got to change it up. If it's the same old, he don't have to chase because he already knows what he's going to get. Oh, Perlovy. He said we should break up, but he kept our contract and acts like he wants me to be rude to him. He is paying well. Should I keep him? Girl, keep him until you find another one with more money. Never give up money. Men are going to play games, so you need to play games to get paid. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I don't care what they said. If the money stopped, don't think about him. Think about what he could do for you. Let me tell you why. Because if you leave him and now you're not getting any money, you got to start all over with somebody else. Just collect the money, ignore whatever he's doing, talking, whatever. Just get the money. Okay. If you can't stand him no more, make sure you got to back up. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said tips for an arranged marriage and living with the in-laws. Only if they're a millionaire. I ain't doing no low income living with in-laws and no arranged marriage. If you got money, then maybe. Otherwise, the answer will be no. If you ain't living good, the answer is no. Okay. If that house is not a giant mansion and you got servants, I'm not doing no arranged marriage and I'm not living with nobody family. Period. That's my opinion. I can't do it unless it's worth it. Is it worth it? You're gonna be driving luxury vehicles? You going to the shop? Got 2 separate wings of the house, so you ain't got to see the family if you don't want to? Then the answer is no. Okay. I can't do it. If you got all that, then great, go for it. Oh, Jay-Z Sprinkle, why guys tell me they don't want to pamper me, don't mind fully supporting me in every way, and don't mind if I choose to not work, then never set a date. Because they never said they want to marry you, ma'am. Sprinkle, sprinkle. They never said they want to marry you. They said everything but marry you. And people don't feel like being, you know what? I think more men would rather you gold dig on them than rush them to the altar. Like, seriously. I think a man would rather you use him for his money than try to rush him to the altar. And a lot of you ladies are trying to rush men to the altar. And that scares them away faster than you asking them for some money, I promise you, unless they dusty. So stop trying to rush men to the altar. The more a man invests in you, the closer he is to the altar. Because what's he going to look like walking away from all the money that he spent on you? Oh, classy, sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you, Shira, for all your advice. Meet a provider gave me a gift of $2,000 on third date. He asked me how much money for a monthly allowance. How much should I say? Double your bills, ma'am. It depends on how much your bills are. If you have low bills, triple them. If you have high bills, double them. So get your bills together. Whatever your bills are, double it and add something on it for shopping. That way you don't have to work anymore if you don't want to. After you save up a couple of months, keep your job. If you have a job, stack a lot of the money that he's giving you. Invest some of it, start a business, do whatever. Then you can quit when you can afford to quit, or when you think that he's going to make sure you don't have to work again. But stack your money. Always double or triple the bill money, and you'll be good. Sprinkle, sprinkle, classy. Someone says start at 4K minimum. Uh-oh, Anna, sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you, girl. Yes, depending on what your bills are. And also, if he has money, like if you have a lot of money and you know a couple $1,000s ain't nothing, then ask for what you want. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. If a man approaches you in the street with a luxury car, it's not his. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. He's driving it back and forth from the dealership. He's gassing it up, or he's renting it. So, sprinkle, sprinkle. Mm-hmm. The best thing to go is to go to luxury places, rich side of town, where you see nice cars in the parking lot that look luxurious and lived in, and like those are their real cars. Okay, not just some rental on the street. Sprinkle, sprinkle. How do you know he's authentically wealthy? If he acts wealthy, some people just act wealthy. You can tell they're not people pleasers. They're not super eager. Um, they are highly confident within themselves. Um, they're pretty much nice to you unless you do something undeserving, like they got to put you in your place. But they usually have good manners. They're nice. They're not trying to rush into anything. They're not people pleasers. They have high confidence. Their watch and their shoes are literally mostly expensive, unless they're just being casual and not really trying to impress anyone. Then you have to talk to them a little bit to see like what their day-to-day activities are. So if you talk to someone and you get a clue on what they do on a daily basis, if it's not clocking in, if they don't talk about a boss, if they don't talk about the struggle, most likely they're probably got some money. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Like a lot of people will tell me about they go on a date with a guy and the guy keeps talking about prices, the economy, their boss, their job, how things are hard, how things are expensive, and they be double checking everything on the check. Those people aren't, sometimes those people, they're more concerned about losing money than they are about gaining it, so they're not going to be generous even if they do have money. So focus on generosity, confidence, manners, and people just ask them about their day and get a daily, day-to-day thing of what they do, and that'll give you a clue of how much money they have. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said I just described myself. You got money. Of course I do. But you asked about a man that have money. They kind of act similar, but just very confident in a masculine way. Okay. I can tell y'all, money does give you more confidence. It does. I mean, if you watch the transition from people from when they first start to where they are in their career after they're successful, you can tell the difference. And because with money comes experience, knowledge, wisdom, and what it takes to get there. So it's a lot more than just having money. It's how sure you are in yourself to collect it and to keep collecting it and to teach other people how to collect it. So that's what you got to look for. Someone who's confident in themselves with the wisdom and knowledge behind it. Oh, Simi Ross, sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you. She said I look gorgy. Thank you. My thoughts on arranged marriages. Unless they're a millionaire and I can have whatever I want, the answer is no. Sorry. Look, it is 2024, going on 2025, and on and on and on. If you're being put in an arranged marriage, don't you have some say-so? Don't you have a voice? Can't you say, I'm not going to be in no arranged marriage unless he's a millionaire? Can't you use those words and mean them and stand on business? I mean, your chances are better of finding a millionaire if you got to do it on your own, if they can't match you up with one. I mean, the whole point of an arranged marriage is to get matched well, right? I'll make sure he got some money. It's like, okay, you're gonna match me with a millionaire. Otherwise, I don't want to be fixed up. All right, goodbye. Get out of my face until you got some real prospects. That's what I would tell him. Okay. He said how to deter Black men. Be the best gold digger you can be up front, right in their face. Be very materialistic. Talk about money from the start. And if they ain't got it, if they do got it, they might pursue. At least you'll have one with money. But if they don't got it, they'll just call you a gold digger, dismiss you, and tell you that's why they don't date you. Okay. Either way, that's how you deter. Just talk about you love money. You all about the money. You only date men with money. Money, money, money. You're gonna be out there sounding like Mr. Krabs. Just talk about money from the start. Start. Tell them you don't do none of that stuff. I don't cook. I don't clean. Just tell them everything that's like their worst nightmare. Someone says be bougie. He said the only Black man you'll date is if they smell like peppermint. Maria, because they old, right? They smell like that liniment. All right. Yeah, older ones get it. The younger ones, they still haven't got a clue. They might wise up. We don't know, but not them young ones. Okay. You said you met a wealthy guy who's 5 years older than you and super attractive, though I'm feeling insecure of the amount. Girl, then you gotta find somebody uglier than you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. If you find someone that's not as attractive and gets as much attention, then your insecurity won't be so much. That's why would you even do that to yourself if you know that's not what you want? That's not what you want, is it? You don't want that. You like that, but you don't want it. Okay. Think about that. It's attractive to you, seems right, but if it doesn't make you feel good about yourself, it's wrong. That's how you need to start thinking about when y'all start choosing these guys. It might look right on the outside, but if it doesn't make you feel right on the inside and doesn't make you feel secure financially and emotionally and all that kind of stuff, you don't feel like you're in control of your own emotions in that situation, then it's time to go. If you're always in control of your emotions and you could care less as long as you get the lifestyle, then maybe that'll work. But since you're attracted to him on that level, it's probably not going to work like you think it will. Okay. So do better. Mhm. Go for 57, man. Level up 10 years and see if that changes. Go for a 57-year-old. How to find the courage to move to another country? I don't know, man. I never did that. We had our second date and haven't discussed money or allowance. How do I bring it up? Well, is he a sugar daddy? Did he tell you that he was going to give you money? Just bring it up by telling him the stuff that you need and how much it cost and see if he offers to pay for it. Hi, Shira. Thank you for your advice. You leveled up and now you got a provider man who just wants to please me with his money and all I want. Thank you, Danny. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Well, I'm so happy for you, girl. Get that money. And I think a lot of ladies don't realize this. Once they find that provider or providers, it's like you can literally breathe and enjoy life again. And you can get out of the struggle and you can stop worrying about so much stuff and overthinking about so much stuff. It's like you literally de-stress. Like, I'm good. So it's all worth it. Everything that you do to get to that point, everything you do to find, the type of provider who is going to do everything for you, it's all literally worth it. I promise you. And when you get there, you'll understand. But you have to put the work into yourself first. That means you got to mentally put that work in to build your confidence and self-esteem. You got to get out of your comfort zone. You got to do stuff that you hadn't done before and go to places where dusties aren't at. And, put yourself in environments where you can literally turn around and meet someone that is always most likely financially able to provide for you. Imagine turning around in a room and every direction is a man who is able to provide. Imagine that. If you put yourself in the right environment, that's what you're going to find. If you keep going by dusty statistics, by saying there's only 1% of rich people, yeah, okay, so go to the neighborhood where larger percentages of rich people live and put yourself over there and your chances go higher. Dusty's always talk about statistics like as if you're going to turn around in the broke side of town and find a provider. You're not going to find that over there. The percentage is low. So if you go to a rich area, the percentage is almost 100% if you think about it. So when a Dusty starts to fix their mouth and start giving you all these percentages, ask him what the percentage is in a wealthy neighborhood. Well, if I go to the wealthy neighborhood, like SheRaSeven, your worst enemy says, my chances increase almost 100% of meeting a provider. So what are you talking about? Okay. So stop listening to Dusties. They're in survival mode. They're desperate. They're going to tell you anything that they need to tell you in order to hang on to your pick Misha status a little longer so they can have shelter for the winter. Okay? If you have a brain, you're probably smarter than a Dusty, and you can figure this out and put yourself in richer environments. Your chances go up even higher. I won't say I'm their worst enemy. They're their own worst enemy. I'm just their worst nightmare. Because I am not more of an enemy than the Dusty is to himself. I'm just their worst nightmare. That's all. Because it's going to make a man up. And, usually they say nightmares are to scare you into doing something with, on the next level. Sometimes you have to be scared out of your comfort zone in order to face your fears. And if your fear is getting money and leveling up, becoming successful, becoming someone that your mother can be proud of, then that's what I do. I benefit the Dusties too in a way. I had a former Dusty, write me the other day and say that I made them become more of a man because they couldn't believe what they were reading in the comments and how women viewed them. So, once you are vocal about it, once you start showing the truth about how you feel about certain people and stop trying to people please everyone, they're going to get the notification and they're going to either move forward or get mad and make more excuses. But only the strong survive. You know what I'm saying? So, the strong people that don't want to remain Dusty will do something about it. And, back in the old days, women chose their men on their strength, physical strength, ability to provide, intelligence, logic, and all that kind of stuff. And we're not seeing a lot of that anymore. So a lot of people are just saying, I would rather be single than deal with a feminine broke man who makes excuses for everything and thinks they're the prize. People, literally women would rather be single than deal with a grown man child. So, and they try to use that phrase against you as a woman. Well, that's why you're going to end up single. Well, I would never even consider you as a person. So, that's why you're probably single too, sir. See, a lot of these guys that are talking about that's why you're going to end up single are single themselves and with zero prospects because they have no money in their account. They broke, living paycheck to paycheck, barely making it, in survival mode, looking for Pick Misha to give them shelter for the winter. And so they have to shame her by saying, that's why you're going to be single, so they can have shelter. A lot of these Dusties are trying their best to trick you instead of trying their best to level themselves up. So if they're going to put that much effort into tricking you and trying to make you feel like they're a prize, they're literally wasting their time when they can just become a man that can actually just provide. Are you going to spend hours on a day, hours of the day, being mad at women for wanting a provider? That's very feminine of you, sir. Just think about it. You're spending hours of your time or minutes of your time every day being upset at the wrong thing. It's quite hilarious. And a lot of people actually feel sorry for these guys because they understand that nobody taught them and they can't even figure it out themselves, even though there's countless videos up there telling them exactly what they need to go do. They don't even want to seek those out to get the information. So there's nothing we can really do about them. Let's just let them phase out. Okay. He said the shelter for the winter is sending me. Unless you got one of them baby mama house jumpers. They jump from baby mama house to baby mama house as soon as they get into it with the next one. They got timeshare. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Uh-oh, Bella. He told me he was stressed since I'm unpredictable. That means you're keeping him on his toes. That's a good thing. Unless you're unpredictable in an emotional way that's not beneficial to yourself or the relationship. If you're unpredictable as far as how you react, you know what I'm saying? You need to calm down emotionally. But if you're unpredictable on what you're going to do or the new things that you're, trying to create or discover or get into, that's a different thing. But if you're emotionally unpredictable, lots of men, especially old men, they don't like that. You got to calm on down. You got to calm down and you got to use strategy instead of emotion. So if you're mad, instead of blowing up at the person, just like, I'm going out for a little while. I'm going to the mall. Give me your card. Or I have the card. Don't worry. Bye. Instead of getting mad and screaming, go take your emotions out on that credit card, man. You're going to see how mad you are when you get the bill. Uh-oh, you said I missed a super chat. Hold on. Going grocery, freestyling, any tips? I'm 20, want sugar daddy. Okay, stand in the wine section or stand in the wine section or the section close to, like, if you go to Whole Foods or go to the rich area, but go to the wine section or go to the section where there's the most expensive items. So electronics section or wine section. I think the wine section is going to be better because you can ask questions and look puzzled and say, oh my gosh, I just don't know what to get. I've never tried. So if you find like a dude in the wine section, you're like, well, this is really good right here. You should try this, or this one is good. Da, da, da. Or if you're short, go to a section where there's something on the top shelf and wait till someone taller walks around that you like, and then pretend like you're trying to reach for the top, and they usually come over and help you. Okay. Or wine section, or just try to reach up. Someone said the meat department. Well, I don't eat meat, so I wouldn't be doing that. But for those of you who do eat meat, maybe. I say the wine is more bougie. Okay. If you're in the meat aisle, look like you got a family to cook for. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Okay, you dated You were 18, you dated a billionaire, you didn't get anything substantial in the relationship. That's why you're scared. Well, did you get a nice car? Did you get a nice house? Did you get the experience? Do you have the clout to tell other people that you used to date a billionaire? Did you start a business? You were probably too young to even think about all that. That's probably why he chose you. But now that you're older, you know better, you know? Always get stuff out the relationship. Okay, if all men cheat, what's the point of dating a provider, being a loveless relationship for money, and being single and being being an escort? You have a nice home to invite your family and friends over to have a nice environment to raise your children in. You got nice school district. You have nice shopping centers to go to and places to brunch. You have your own life. You're not with a man 24/7. You know what I'm saying? So if all you're focused on is a man, your life is going to be terrible. Because as soon as the first couple of years of your marriage wears off, you're going to be focused on other stuff, not just him. He's going to go to work. He's going to come home. What are you going to do with the rest of your day? What are you going to do with the rest of that time? Are you going to sit there and worry about if he's cheating on you or not? Or da 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 da? Or are you going to go live the lifestyle that you have secured? That's the difference. Now, you said, what's the difference between an escort? Well, do you want to have to go deal with different men every single day and get a little chump change? That's the difference. Now, if you're a high end, then, maybe you could do more. But if you want to settle down, if you want to have kids, if you want, to do family stuff, you want to go to the pumpkin patch, if you want to go do this, if you want to go do that, get your lifestyle secured. Okay? That man obviously likes you more than you like him anyway, if he's going to do all that for you. So the whole point I'm trying to tell y'all is, you see, I don't know if you have kids yet, but a lot of times people are attracted to other people just to procreate. And once you're at a level where you've already procreated, you've already got the children and stuff like that, you start looking for more. Okay, let's say you got your kids, you got your house, you got your car. Now what? What you gonna do now? So you can either volunteer, you can get some friends, you can be a leisurely lunch lady that lunches and goes to brunches. You can join some type of club or some gym or the country club and have a life, ma'am. Instead of sitting there worried about if a man is going to cheat on you or not. They're going to cheat on you if they're broke, or if they're rich. So I'm telling y'all, you rather be worried about if a Dusty is cheating on you or a full provider. That's the difference. Because they all gonna cheat. And you said, what's the point of getting a relationship? Other things, ma'am, because that's not what it's only based on. A relationship is not only based on fidelity. And the faster you learn that, the faster you'll get what you want out of life. Okay? I'm just trying to be real because some people need to hear it. They need to understand it, because a lot of women grow up thinking, oh, you're supposed to be in a relationship and the man is supposed to be 100% perfect or else the whole relationship is over. No. Because if you build a life and a lifestyle, that ain't over. Okay, y'all got to start thinking like wealthy people, not broke people. Some broke people, yes, they get tired of whoever cheating and then they go, once they get their billions or millions, and then they go do something else. But for the longest, they stayed there and leveled up, got percentages of the company, learned the game, hobnobbed with other people with money. You know what I'm saying? Got their connections that they needed to where they were fine enough to leave and go move on smoothly. So you got to understand that. Think about how wealthy women live. They know their man ain't the best or the most honest person, but they're providing the best lifestyle. Okay? And they don't care about your emotions. And they don't care how you feel because they're going to do what they want, right? Just like you can do what you want because you don't care how they feel if they don't care how you feel after a while. You care about your kids, you care about yourself, you care about your lifestyle, you care about all the stuff that you're doing that's important to you. Because if you base your life solely around a man being perfect, you're going to be miserable, like a lot of these pick-me-shoes are. Okay? So go for lifestyle. And you'll never go wrong. Or learn here or learn your lesson later, man. You said who buying a new pumpkin spice Stanley? Uh-oh, J10. Girl, I saw that last night. I was like, ooh, they got a pumpkin spice Stanley. I have so many cups. If I buy another cups, James keeps putting my cups in these little I have like mugs, cups everywhere. He keeps buying storage boxes, like the little plastic bins, to put all my cups in because they're piling up. I can't buy no more cups. I gotta give some away. Um, but my daughters like all my old cups and they keep using them. So Mm-mm-mm-mm. Don't ever lower your standards. It never ends well for the woman. Exactly. You got to be like, you can't be like, oh, I live for you. You're supposed to be perfect. You're supposed to love me and understand me emotionally 100%. You're supposed to have my every emotional need. You're not supposed to hurt my feelings. Girl, could you imagine being a man and having to deal with that? That's why most of these rich men just give you their credit card because they don't want to deal with all of that. They're like, you know what? Here, go to the spa. They're like, please get away from me. Here, go shopping. Here's the credit card. Here, go vacation. Please, just anything with that. Or if they know you're going to get mad at them for something they're about to do or have already done, but you haven't found out about it, they'll send you away. Like, oh, you know what? Here, go on vacation. Here, do this, do that. Go to the spa. Take your friend. Here, you know. So who gonna argue with that? Right? I'll find out when I get back. But you know what? Thanks. Goodbye. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So focus on the real important person. Okay. Y'all, when you get older, you'll appreciate what I'm telling you. I promise you. Ask the ladies who have been through it and are a little older. They'll tell you. You said, how can you detach from everything? By attaching to yourself. You know, people talk a lot of trash about people that are highly confident or what they call conceited. But if you are your number one priority, it's very easy to detach from anybody else. So make yourself your number one priority. I promise you. If you make yourself your number one priority when it comes to everything, especially if you don't have no kids, it'll be so easy to detach from others because you won't care about what they think. You won't care about their opinion. You are only doing what's best for you and beneficial to you. Now, if you care about that person, you will consider their opinion. You will listen to what they have to say, but you're not living for them. And it's literally up to you if you can incorporate whatever they're wanting to do into what you're already doing. You see? So, for example, if someone wants to do this, but I'm already planning on doing that, if I can't incorporate this and that together, I'm doing me. You get it? And they just gonna have to get on board or be sad. So Make yourself the number one priority, and it'll be easy to detach from anybody. Okay? If somebody can't do something, that's not your problem. You still going forward. You know what I'm saying? Don't let other people hold you back. Don't let other people determine your value, your worth, or what you should be doing. That's only up to you. And once you do that, their opinion doesn't matter anymore. Their presence isn't even necessary. And they're very easily to detach from. Okay. Mm-hmm. Say you lost your job and see how he reacts. Oh no. That's a roommate. That ain't even your husband. Uh-oh, Peyton Sam. Sure, why does he ignore me for days and then text me calling me baby and saying he misses me, etc.? He's giving mixed signals. I'm 23, he's 52. Girl, he probably had a stroke. He probably in the hospital. No, I'm just kidding. That's not that old. He's probably married or has a wife, or he probably has another girlfriend. You know, at 52, he's probably just gone through his midlife crisis, and he probably has several women. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So just get his money, ma'am. Just get his money. It's like, I'm so glad you called today. I actually wanted to go shopping. Let's go. Send me some cash out. That dude's about to hit his midlife crisis, or he's still going through it. He's probably dating several chicks. Just get his money, man. Y'all got to know the age. The midlife crisis age is between 45 and 55. Between those ages, you can get the most out of men because they think that they're still in their 40s and 30s. They're still acting very young, and they're trying to reclaim their youth. So they tend to want to go to younger women and multiples, probably. So what you got to do is just exploit them. It's not real. Just get their money and make them invest. The more they invest, the more they're going to gravitate towards you. The more you make them spend, especially at that age, the more they're going to gravitate towards you. Okay? If you ain't making them spend, if all you want is texts and calls, that's free. Make them spend. Text and calls don't cost nothing for them to do it. Send him your Cash App, your Venmo when he doesn't text you for days, and then out of the blue he asks what you're doing. It's like, oh, I'm waiting on you to Cash App me. That's what I'm doing. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Uh-oh, Angela, sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you. You said, how can you meet lady friends? Go to charity events. Go to fundraisers. Go to the nice side of town. Go to charity events. You can sign up for some online. Buy the tickets. Go. Just it depends on how old you are too. The charity event will determine the age of the women there. Most of the time, find something a little bit more youthful or active if you're looking for younger girls to hang out with. And if you're an older lady, look for things that are more prestige and cost more. More prestigious and cost more. And you'll meet women older. Okay. You said a middle-aged man has a lot to prove. Yeah. So ladies who are young and dealing with 50-somethings or late 40s, just get their money. Get as much as you can because they're going to follow their investments. Okay. Miss says go to seminars. Mm-hmm. Someone says go to Pilates. Mm-hmm. I find that people are actually more social when they're like drinking wine or in a social environment, and they're more eager to make friends versus a class like at the gym or like Pilates, because some people are trying to get in and out, or they're sweaty, or they're not comfortable. So if you want to make friends, do a more social environment, I think. You said, would I do mukbangs? If they paid well, sure, why not? If I felt like it. I think I did one on Instagram. All right. You work full-time at low-pay job. You want to go part-time to have more time going on dates and more providers. What do I say if people ask how I afford things on less hours, why I'm not going part-time? None of their business. That's what you say. Oh, well, I don't really like to talk about financial things, or, I don't really like to talk about work, and then change the subject. It's none of their business. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Learn to have boundaries, man. Learn to have boundaries on your financial information. Like, that's not their business. Just like, oh, well, I make do. I'm very frugal. I make do. And that's all you need to say. You don't have to tell them there. Just because someone asks you a question, don't mean you got to answer it or tell the truth. Okay. The meet and greet has never even been set to happen. A lot of people keep asking me about it. And the reason why, I never set a date, and I never said that I was going to have one. I said if I did have one. Sprinkle, sprinkle. If I did have one. Now, you never know if that's going to be true or not. So, if I did have one, I'm not going to tell anyone until 2 weeks before it happens. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Maybe 1 week. Sure. It just depends on how I'm feeling. Or maybe I won't have one at all. You never know. Well, I have a question for y'all, because I've never really been like this over people. Like, I've never seen someone that I want to meet. Most of the time that I met anybody, it was by accident. You know, like if they had, any sort of clout or anything, it was always by accident, and it was never really on purpose. So I would just want to know why people like would even want to meet. Y'all can see me live all the time. It's just kind of a question that I've always wondered. Uh-huh. You said you personally wouldn't have one, too many unhinged dusties. Oh, like I said, if I had one, it would cost a lot to get in. Okay, dust free, baby. If I had one, the price would be steep. So, to keep out the dusties, yeah. Um, Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. Well, okay, Anne asks, what if he says he loves you and provides everything but doesn't want to get married? He's 72, girl. He don't want to get married at 72. Does he have grown kids and grandkids? He's probably more worried about the embarrassment of marrying someone your age. A lot of guys that are that age, if their family is like important to them, they don't want to marry someone quite so young, because the family, if he has kids older than you, it's going to be awkward. So the best thing you can do is suggest a private wedding, maybe in like Vegas or at the courthouse, and then say, well, we don't have to tell anyone. Because if you want like a giant wedding, maybe that's what he's more worried about, is all the the people talking. Oh, Genesis, sprinkle, sprinkle, sure. I'm going to a date with 50-year-old sugar daddy on Friday at nice restaurant, but I do not know what to say. I'm 19. He's going to lead the conversation. All you got to do is ask him about himself. Just keep asking him about what he does, what he likes. Don't do a job interview, but just ask him about something that he's going to talk about for a long time. Let him do most of the talking and gather information, so you know exactly what he likes, what he don't like, what his triggers are, how you can get money out of him. Okay? If he puts the subject on you, quickly turn it back around on him after answering very vaguely. So if he's like, well, what do you do? Oh, well, I don't do that much. I mean, I'm only 19, but anyway, I'm more interested in you. What, da 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 da, you know? So quickly change the conversation, always back around to him, and then act excited when he answers, like, really? Oh my gosh, it's so interesting. Wow. I've never met anyone like you. So you build up their ego. You keep letting them talk about themselves. You don't really have to say nothing. And all you're doing, getting that info on how to get that money later. And you're going to make him feel good about himself by being so interested in him talking about himself and being all excited and being like, oh my gosh, I've never met someone like you. And so you're going to make them feel good when they're around you. So they're going to want to be around you more. And so if you come up with a problem that costs money and it's either, okay, well, I got to solve this problem so I can be around her more because she makes me feel good about myself. That's what I got to do. So that's what you do. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Laugh at his jokes. Yeah, but not too much because he's going to know it's fake. So a good way to laugh at someone's joke so they know it's not fake, like rock back and forth. Like if he tells a joke, don't laugh right away. If it's obviously not funny, be like, oh my gosh, that's so hilarious. How do you come up with this stuff? So you don't want to go overly. You start off slow so it's believable. Like you're trying to understand it and get it. And then when you do, then you're like laughing. So sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you, Alexa. Thank you, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Appreciate that. Yes, you gotta ease into that laughter if it's not real. It's gonna be too obvious. Mm-mm, mm-mm. Yeah, sometimes you gotta be an actress, ma'am. Act. Let's see, I gotta leave a little early. Anyway, sprinkle, sprinkle. Why did so many activities that we did not have time? What? You said gift cards at the grocery store? That's smart. Okay. Yeah. Gift cards are always good. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thoughts on gifting and generously towards friends and family once you're completely provided for by a really wealthy, generous man. Um, I'm not doing that, sprinkle, sprinkle. Because think about this. Gift modestly. Okay. Because if you gift too generously, they're going to start expecting more and more and more each time. So you gift modestly, the same way you would gift if you had his money or not. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Modestly. Modestly. You can do something nice, but not over the top because you're going to have to keep doing it and they're going to want more and da 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 da. So modestly. How deal with the husband with addiction to the da da da. Okay. Middle class. You're trying to get a girl, avoid 100% and go get a better one. Or have one on the side before you even get here that you could go to because that ain't nothing but a whole mess that you need to avoid. Okay, I don't know where you live, but if your place of wherever you live is worse than living with that, then I don't know what to tell you, but I think you should find someone better, honestly. I wouldn't deal with that. I stay exactly where you were because honestly, doesn't sound much better than wherever you are. Unless they're a millionaire and you can take his money and go do whatever you want without him being around you. You ain't got to see him. You can hire help or whatever. I ain't dealing with it. And you said middle class? No, middle class ain't worth dealing with all that, baby. Aim higher. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Aim higher. Okay. Yeah, I gotta leave early today because I gotta do something for my baby, my daughter. Mm-hmm. Let me set my little clock. All right. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So yes, learn here or learn later. Now, a lot of people don't like exactly the lessons that I teach because they never applied them. And now sometimes they don't feel like they can fix their problems. So they fixate on, someone that magnifies their problems and makes them look bad for choosing the lifestyle that they chose. Well, I will tell y'all a secret. If you don't care what other people think, especially me, and you're living your best life, going 50-50, then do you. Like the sprinkle sprinkle life is not for everyone unless that's what they want. If you don't even want this type of lifestyle, then my videos should never offend you. Sprinkle sprinkle. Okay, that goes to show me that a lot of the people that are upset at my channel secretly want the sprinkle sprinkle lifestyle but can't get it. Because if you didn't want it in the first place, you wouldn't be mad about it. You would be like, oh, well, that's nice for them, but I like doing what I do, you know? But I don't think anyone wants to do those things, but they have to own it and represent it because they can't get out of it. And I don't blame them, but if you represent that lifestyle, represent it to the fullest. Represent it to the fullest. I mean, there are women that are doing their thing and they look good doing it. And they may not adhere to what I teach, but they're happy. So it doesn't matter. If you're happy where you are, if you're happy going 50-50, if you're happy being in a relationship where, you do more than the man or y'all are equally splitting things, then great. Don't come over here and think that there's something wrong over there. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just not for me. Just like this may not be for you. And a lot of people don't realize that you have a choice. You literally have a choice. Uh-oh, thank you, Genesis. Sprinkle, sprinkle. He said the dinner is going to be about us agreeing on specifics, set schedule, getting to know each other. If he suggests that we should do the nasty, what should I say? I don't want to be coming off as this. Say you only do those things when you are in a secured relationship with a full provider. And he's going to say, well, what requires a provider? Bills, this, that. And I have to feel safe emotionally and financially. That's what you tell them. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Yes, stop trying to rush marriage before 25. Okay. Public and official relationship. That's right. Always have the better end of the deal, lady. always have the better end of the deal. If not, don't. It's not even worth it to get into it. If you don't have the better end of the deal, don't even get into it. Hmm. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said you have some thinking to do. Well, take your time and think. Hmm. Take your time because it's going to matter to you in the long run. So you might as well. I was taught. Okay. So yes, learn here or learn your lessons later. Now, again, this message on my channel should not affect anyone who's 100% happy in the lifestyle that they chose. I am helping people that want something different. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with what you're in unless you are upset that you're in it. That's literally it. Okay. And we don't all have to agree. Just take what you need, leave the rest. Okay, you said you're having zero luck freestyling. What do you think might be doing wrong? You keep asking me the same thing. You got to go to the places where people really like you. Like, I can see your picture right now. You have on leggings. You need to dress more modestly, and you need to, I don't know if that's how you look when you go wherever you're going, but you need to dress a little bit more classy, a little bit more demure. Um, and probably go for a lot older, just to start, to get the feel of it, you know, to get the feel of being approached. And you can go where older people are during the weekday. During the weekday. Someone says put on a dress, skirts, dresses. Yes, very feminine outfits will do. Don't do like too much, but definitely um, go for a more feminine, classy, demure look and see what happens. I don't know what you're wearing when you go out, but remember, I'm always going to try to zoom in. You said you wear dresses and skirts only, and I do weekdays in the morning. Okay. Well, just keep going. It's a numbers game, literally. Like, it's not your. I don't know how often you're going. Go every day if you can, or go every other day, or go twice a day. Sometimes it's a numbers game. I'm telling you. When I was younger, I used to go out all the time, like every day. So go out more often. Stay dressing feminine, like you say that you're dressing, and it's literally a numbers game. It's gonna happen. It's just you may be taking longer because when you go out to where dusties are available, they're more frequently going to approach you because they're dusty, and they don't have anything to offer or lose. So that's why they're so eager. But when you go to a nice area and there's men there that are wealthy, that have money, that have more to lose than to gain, they're going to literally make their decision based on how much they like you, how much they're attracted to you. Is it worth it? And are you the type of woman that they can take, around their friends, their clients, their family member, if need be? If they're married, then of course they're going to, is it worth the risk? And so you have to understand that as well. And also the places where you are people going to look and stare? Is this place the appropriate place to be freestyling? Is this a social place that men will approach you at? Or is this a non-social place that most men aren't approaching women at? So you got to think about it like that. Are you putting yourself in situations to be approached? Like the lady earlier says she's going to the grocery store and reaching for stuff on the top shelf. like in a Whole Foods in the rich side of town, or she's, I told her to go to the wine section and ask questions to someone that's already there. So you got to put yourself in places, in situations where people are able to approach you easily. Okay. You went on a weekend getaway with your provider. It was great, and he's really in love with you. How to get him to get you a new car? Just ask. Just start off small. It's like, could you help me get a new car? Then say, could you help me with the down payment? Then could you say, could you help me pick the car? Then ask him to go to dealership with you so they don't trick you. Then when he gets there, the salesperson will probably get him to do all the things that you want him to do, especially if you call the salesperson ahead of time and say, look, I need you to get this dude to buy me this car. I've already prepped. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. That's how you got to do it in steps. Or wait till he mess up real big, and then that's what you need for forgiveness. All right. Yes, I've answered these questions many times before, but I help new people that have the same questions. Many people have the same problems, so they ask the same questions. Thank you, Alexa. I appreciate that. Okay. You said find a female car salesperson. That's true. Men always want to look like they have money and impress them too. So call up there and ask for whichever female representative salesman or saleswoman. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said I have a question attached to the chat. Okay, I see it. You were talking to this guy, never been in a relationship or a talking stage, and he is new money kind of guy. Point is, we talked for a bit, but he said he wanted us to plan something. Okay, he's not taking initiative. He's not taking the man role. He's talking about us, instead of him, him, him. Like, I'll take care of this. I'll do that. I'll do this. So he must be young. And you said he's new money, so he must be young. Also, you need to let him know, like, okay, great. You come up with whatever you think, or you come up with something fun and just let me know. And, then we can go from there. So you need to make him like man up. And if he doesn't understand or know what you want, then you need to pick the most expensive thing so that the next time he'll actually make the plans if he's not wanting to spend that type of money. You know what I'm saying? So that's what you got to do. Ask him to make the plans, not us. It's like, I need you to make the plans and then let me know. And, I'll definitely be available. That's what you tell them. Oh, Zella, sprinkle, sprinkle. Going on a date with a provider at a mall. How do I know what the budget is to go shopping? Go to the most expensive store first. If he looks worried, like, look at him while y'all are on the way, while you're holding his hand, dragging him towards the most expensive store in the mall, and look at his eyes. If they look scared, veer to the next less expensive store. Okay. Or ask him, what store do you want to go to? And he'll tell you. Okay. Thank you, Zella. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you, Sarah. Sarah. I hope I said that right. You're getting a green card and you have a house together. You don't work. You're alone in this country. Don't want to leave without nothing. Okay, you have a house together. Like, you put some money on it. You don't work. You're alone in this country. You don't want to leave without nothing. Okay, well, I don't know. Okay. I keep telling y'all this, but I know so many people are so desperate that they'll just marry anybody, whether they have money or not. If y'all are just desperate for the green card, leave the green card as the green card. Just get the man to get the green card. You need to start focusing on another man that has money after you got the green card. You get it? Because what you're doing is you're trying to combine this man who doesn't have much, and all you needed him for was one thing. Now that you got it or you're getting it, you need to focus on the next level. You know what I mean? Y'all know what that is. The next level is leveling up to somebody that can afford you. So start focusing on that. How you can get out of the situation, where you can go to meet people that have more, where you can go to spend more time with people that may find you interesting and want to level you up after your however many years is up with that other dude, you know? The best way to get out of it, sometimes you got to sometimes you got to like level up so high, whatever they got out of that house is nothing. You know what I'm saying? The green card was the gift. The green card was the prize in that relationship. So that's why you should be so motivated to go get somebody with so much more money that you can leave all that stuff behind and move on. Because you got what you came for. Okay. Unless you find a lawyer that can help you get what you got. You start flirting with somebody. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You say you need to be married twice. Once or twice, ma'am. Once for the green card, and twice for the money. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Um, you said here comes the Dusty who wants to be a woman so bad. Okay. I don't see any in the comments. I must be overlooking it. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Like I said, I do have to go early because I got to do something for my daughter. Anyway, learn here or learn your lessons later. That's what usually happens. So just do your best. Get my books. Make smart decisions. Think logically. Okay. Yep. Mm-mm-mm-mm. You say if being married twice is what it takes, then oh well, there are women who've been married 3 times for less. Don't feel ashamed. Exactly. What do you do if you suspect he's married? Um, well, if you're in a relationship with him or if you've been with him for a while, you can get something out of it because he's gonna want to keep you. So think about what you want to ask for. But if you just met them, if you bust them right away, they're just gonna go on to the next chick. You know what I'm saying? Or they're gonna give you a sob story about their relationship and how da 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 da. So whether you choose to listen to it or not is up to you. But if you're not getting anything out of it, it's not even worth it. Okay, your name is on the deed of the house. You're the same girl with 3 husbands with addiction. Okay. Oh, with the husband with the addiction. Okay. Well, sell the house, ma'am. All you gotta do is sell the house. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Meet the other dude after you file, put the house up for sale. It's literally it. Somebody said kick him out. Is his name on the deed too? Do you pay the mortgage? Who's paying the mortgage? Did that mortgage get all the way paid up? Do you think smoking weed is bad for all this and level up journey? Do you think it's bad, Patricia? I mean, if you have to ask me, you must have your doubts, right? Um, so you always run into stingy men. Okay. Here's the thing. Sometimes with women, no matter how far you level up, if you don't look like the type of woman, if you don't look like the type of woman that they're going to be generous with, if you're just not their type, they're not going to be generous with you. So you got to go find someone who you are their type. Because sometimes women forget this too. Sometimes men won't spend money if you're not their type, but they'll spend money on someone who is their type. So a lot of times people will entertain a woman to see what they can get out of them, but they're not going to spend the big money unless they find their dream woman. You know what I'm saying? So you need to go to where you are someone's dream woman. And usually that's going to be with older guys or guys that find you utterly attractive that could never have you unless they got money. You know what I'm saying? So when y'all keep running into stingy guys, it's because you're not really their type. You got to go find someone who will not let you go, who will not settle for just meeting you once, that wants to be seen out public with you and show you off to all their friends. That's who you need to go for. That's who's going to spend. Okay. So put yourself in the environment where you're going to attract those types of men, not just random, but where you know you're going to pull because you're someone's dream girl. Uh-oh, Sarah. We both are on the D. Okay, so stay as long as you want. Date others. When it's time for that D more, sell the house. Split the money. Sprinkle, sprinkle. That's it. That's how everybody do it. So once you get ready to leave, just sell the house and split it. But he can't sell it without you anyway. Mm-hmm. Or look into legally what you can do, because I'm not like expert on that, but just look more legally in what you can do. Right. The best way to find out if a man is your type is to see how much or if he'll spend on you. You know, like if he's going to spend on you with no problems, if he's spending on you without expecting much in return, that's how you know you're his type. If he keeps asking, well, what am I going to get out of it? Or if he's stingy or he's always looking at prices, you ain't the one. And I know it's hard for a lot of men out here. And so they're going to go with what they can get, not what they really truly want. Understand? So you got to make sure you're what they really truly want. That's how you're going to get them to spend. And that's why I tell a lot of y'all, like, just go for older guys, because sometimes you're what they really want. They want someone young, vibrant, interesting. It's going to make them feel young again versus, someone close to their own age who's going to be more of someone that's, going to try to take the lead eventually, because most women do when they get to relationships with men their own age. So got to find someone that knows you're their dream girl. Okay. Just keep trying. You'll find it eventually. There are plenty of people that pass me by. I wasn't a dream girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Just it wouldn't meant to be. Okay. Could you appear overly polished, almost as though another man is already taking care of everything so you don't get approached? Yeah. If you like, you could be overly polished to a point where they know that you're well taken care of, or that you come from money, or that you're looking for something specifically. Um, and only the highest caliber of man will feel that it's appropriate to, approach you. So all men may not feel good enough to approach you if you're, perfectly polished, because they can't maintain that level of how you already treat yourself. Uh-oh, Jeruska, sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you, girl. So if they can't maintain your polish, they're not even going to approach. Okay. And sometimes if they can't deal with you because they think other people are going to be super attracted to you, everywhere they go, if you're too attractive, they might feel like, well, I don't want to have to, worry about other guys always in her face all the time, you know, and she's this polished. That means she could get someone richer than me. That's literally what they're thinking. So sometimes I always say to have a small flaw, even if it's just something that you create or make up that's not real, that will help them, with their self-esteem to approach you. So, for example, a silly laugh, or act a little bit clumsy, or something. Uh-oh, child, sprinkle, sprinkle, or Chile. Should I volunteer a retirement home to find old girl? No, sprinkle, sprinkle. You want to go for the healthy ones that have money now, not the ones that's been put there and forgotten about. You want the healthy ones that have money, the ones that can hire trainers and dietitians and have services, at their house. You need to find someone that's go to the gym in the morning time. That's when most of the older people go. In the rich neighborhood, go to the gym. At least they'll be healthy. Okay. You said you hope she's trolling. Me too, girl. Go to the gym, go to breakfast, go to Luby's in the rich neighborhoods. You might find them. Oh, Goddess Energy, sprinkle, sprinkle. Been on 2 really nice dates, but he kind of hinted at going at a day date with someone else to a baseball field. Texted me a photo while there, but keeps asking me out to dinner again. I'm on it. How to end it all. What? Girl, who cares who he was at the dang baseball game with? Just go get the money, go get the dinner. If he's not giving you money, then make him spend money. Like, oh, well, let's go to this place. Like, go to all the places you've never been before, like in restaurants. Who cares who he took? Y'all aren't married. Is that your boyfriend? He's just trying to make himself look like he's got options, which means you definitely should have more options than he does if you look pretty, So my response would be, oh my gosh, that looks like so much fun. You enjoy yourself and have a great time. And, maybe we can go to this place. I heard it's really nice. Like, skip over all of that. Who cares? Nobody cares who he's there with. Okay. He wants to take you to dinner because you look better. Whoever's at that game, they don't look as good as you. Remember that. Sprinkle, sprinkle. They look like they wear jeans on dates, going to the sport events because he got an extra ticket. Nothing costs them any type of money there. What, they gonna get some nachos and a beer and a t-shirt? It could be a family member. You never know. I'm not worried about someone's taken to a sports event. That means they don't like themselves. Most women don't even like sports, especially like boring, like sports that men like. They don't. She was a people pleaser. You get to go to the fine dining, man. You get to dress up. Remember that. I'm going to get my food. Sprinkle, sprinkle. My wine, my food, my appetizers, some shopping afterwards. For real. He said, yes, I want a nice dinner, not a sweaty event. Exactly. People screaming behind you, announcers announcing everything every 5 seconds. Uh-oh. Thank you, Jeruska. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay, Venus. Thank you, girl. Trying to keep your provider healthy so he stays alive as long as possible. He eats bad. Sometimes you make him a salad, but don't want what? To be the domesticated health thoughts. Okay, they have these meals you can order. I used to order them. They're called Factor. If you're vegan, you can use purple carrot. But they have chef prepared, pre-cooked meals that they deliver to your door, and it's like real good food. And all you got to do is microwave it for 2 minutes. Sprinkle, sprinkle. There you go. Problem solved. It's like a food subscription service of chef prepared healthy meals. I like Factor because they have all different types of foods and it's really good. I might start using them again later on because I had the subscription to them for a while and the food was so good. Mhm. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Then all you gotta do is push some buttons on a microwave, girl. He said, "Do you have paparazzi?" Girl, why would I have paparazzi? I live in Texas. There's paparazzi in Texas. He said, "You're snobby." Thank you. That's how you keep dusties away. Thank you. This blush was sent to me by Lawless. They are so kind. They're always sending me gifts. Oh, I'm wearing a combination of these two colors actually because I actually did a TikTok using their blush this morning. So I have on Duchess and Cheeky. They're cream blushes by Lawless. They're very smooth and pretty. But yes. This one is Cheeky. This is the one I have on last over Duchess. But Duchess is more of a reddish pink tone. And this is more of a pinky pink tone. So you see the combination blush. Sprinkle, sprinkle. And I'm also wearing Lawless Forget the Filler Lip Plumping Gloss in Daisy Pink. And here is Duchess. Isn't that pretty? It's like a reddish tone. It looks really good on all skin tones. And they give you like this little paper. Here you go. And they also sent me some lip balm, plumping lip balm too. And it shows you what they look like on all skin tones. So you can see. Or the skin tones that they've provided. So. I can't say all skin tones. It's only 3 people. All right. Or 6 people. That's what it looks like. Thanks for asking. Sprinkle, sprinkle. How to ask you, what are your dreams? What are your dreams? To live the best lifestyle that I can live. To have fun, to wake up every day and have it to be my day and do whatever I want. That's my dream. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Don't give them specifics. And if they ask how you're going to get there, it's like, oh, well, doing something I love, or, perhaps finding someone that wants to give that to me, or both. I mean, for a woman, it could be both. Doing something you love and also finding someone that can give it to you in the meantime. You're so happy leveling up, Brooke. Oh, that's so good. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I'm happy you're happy. You said be confident, not cocky, be humble, not arrogant. I'm not a people pleaser though, so I don't really do what people tell me to do. If you said it with Cash App, I might have listened a little bit more. Or if you sent some money with it, I probably would have listened a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? Sweeten the deal. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Money talks. You ever heard that saying? So arrogant people, they don't really listen to other people unless they can gain from it. I'm just giving you some pointers. Just trying to help y'all. That's why if someone wants to persuade you, or if they want to use the power of suggestion, they have to give you something first. You can't just give unsolicited advice. It's not worth anything. Just so you know for the future. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Said haters get mad when people seem cocky. Yeah, you need to go deal with them other chicks because it ain't me. I didn't get where I am today by acting that way. I'm so sorry. And the word would literally be acting. I didn't get to where I am today acting that way, sir. Ma'am, I don't know what you are. So I'm going to keep doing what I do. If you don't like it, give me some money, and I'll adjust my attitude when it comes only towards you, because you're paying for it. You're going to pay for an attitude adjustment? Put your money where your mouth is. Sprinkle, sprinkle. If you try to humble someone, you're probably a loser. Exactly. Don't humble me, baby. Humble yourself to me. That's the best way to humble another person. If y'all don't know, now you do. The best way to humble another person is to humble yourself to them by giving them something. By asking them for something, by giving them. You can't humble a person giving unsolicited advice. It just doesn't work in your favor. It makes you look like you can't stand confident people and you have a chip on your shoulder and that you lack self-confidence within yourself. So I'm just trying to teach you a lesson. The best way to humble someone is to humble yourself to them first by giving them something, or by humbling yourself to them in some or other way. You're not doing that, so therefore I can't humble myself to you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I'm not like them other chicks. Okay? You said, give me money and I will be humble. Exactly. That's why they do tithes and offerings in the church, baby. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Sure. Can you talk about being dependent? You can be both, dependent and independent. Don't spend yours, spend his. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Very easy. Oh, Janie, how to get double after potential said no to your request, but apologized and said that he will make it up to me. We don't live in the same country. He flies. Get another one. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Because it sounds like that's too much work. Back and forth. Him apologizing. How do you get double after he said no? You always ask. If you wanted double after he said no, you should have asked for double in the first place so you could get what you actually asked for. So if you already know he's going to say no, always ask for more than what you actually want or need, so that when they finally give in, if they choose to give you less, it's exactly what you need, or maybe a little bit more. So always go higher So when they say no, or I can only do this for you, then it's enough. Okay. So if you need 10,000 and he says no, if you would have asked for 20,000, he said no, then you could say, okay, well, what about 10,000? He might have said yes. So therefore, you got to start high and negotiate down. Oh, Nicole, sprinkle, sprinkle. I missed your super chat, Jamie. I thought I just answered it. Here, hold on. Yeah, I just answered that. Thank you, Nicole, for being a member. Yeah, ask for double next time, man. Or ask for double and then ask again, but ask for double this time. And then when he says no, then ask for half. Okay. You said being submissive isn't being a doormat, and being generous isn't being a doormat either. It goes both ways. You gonna be generous? People don't submit to nothing. You ain't got no money, nobody submits. Can't submit to brokenness. They don't go together. What am I submitting to? Brokenness? Nothing. Where the money at? So many guys forget that you got to have something to back up. You got to have something to back it up. If you don't have no money, nobody's going to submit to you. You can't use the power of a suggestion without no money in your pocket. It don't even go together. Because when you're using the power of suggestion, the person always measures the value of who you are by if they should go with your suggestion. And if you broke, they're not going with your suggestion. That's why nobody listens to Dusty's. So you got to have the money to back it up. You can't use the power of suggestion with no money in your pocket. I'm trying to help people because they just confused. Go get some money. Broke men walking around, submit to me, because nobody submits to them because they have to submit to their bosses every single day. Well, I feel you, sir. That's why you need to go get money and solve all your problems. Solve your problems so you don't have to look for people to submit to you, since you have to submit to everyone else. Women only submit to money. If you don't know, now you do. All right. You said they want to feel powerful for once. Well, you better leave the country. It's the best I can tell you. You better get your passport. Get your passports. You want somebody to submit to you for their little chump change? Go get your passport. All right. Do you cook for your husband? No, I do not. We don't eat the same stuff. I'm plant-based. Okay. I don't touch dead meat. Okay. Ladies, that's a loophole if you were wondering. You don't like cooking? Become plant-based. You don't have to cook for him. Unless he want to eat some tofu, some Brussels sprouts, some asparagus. Okay. Some mushroom burgers. Okay. You said it's true plant-based, exactly. And plus, it makes you live longer and look healthier and look younger. Okay. You said if you want a traditional provider, I don't want a traditional provider. I just want a provider. I never said not no traditional. Y'all always trying to throw words in my mouth. I never said traditional. I said provider. Providers only. Provider, man. You ain't got to be traditional. Just give me the money. Because I know I'm not traditional whatsoever. I will order DoorDash in 2 seconds. We will have food on our doorstep. Okay. I am not a traditional wife. I just want there. We don't need traditional provider. We just need provider. Sprinkle, sprinkle. See how the Dusties try to trick you by throwing traditional in there? A Dusty ain't nowhere near traditional, especially if he's going around asking people to submit with no money. That is not traditional at all. So therefore, I make new traditions. Okay. So my new tradition is I do whatever I want when I feel like it. Just like most people should be able to do. It's called free will. Okay. Now, see, I could be like this type of wife. Think about this. If I was a traditional wife, I would say, okay, you guys, since I'm in control of the house and the food, as a traditional wife, everyone's going plant-based. That means no more meat, no more this, no more that. So if you're going to eat any of that stuff, you have to do it outside of the house. We're only cooking vegetables here today and forever from this day forward. No byproducts, no animal byproducts or anything. So popsicles, dairy-free everything, mushrooms, tofu. You think a man is going to want a traditional wife at that point? Girl, he's going straight out to eat or ordering on the DoorDash. Sprinkle, sprinkle. No, they don't want that. Especially meat eaters. They'd rather die. Okay. So make new traditions and then you will be a traditional wife because you created your own. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You said it's true meat eaters would rather die. Exactly. So eventually you won't have to cook for them anymore. Or they won't want you to. Okay. You said, what do you do when people jokingly say, is that your daughter when you are with an older guy? I just agree to it. It's like, yeah. Then I tell them the truth later if they still stick around. um, his house is ugly and you want to move. Girl, move and start looking at new houses. So anyway, yeah, honestly, just take it as funny. Like I wouldn't be offended because if you're young enough to be his daughter, it's an honest mistake, right? You said, what's my opinion on dating a younger guy? As long as he got money, he is a provider. I don't really care. Um, not really gonna put all my eggs in one basket for a younger man, but if I were y'all, I'd just be smart about it. Get the money, just like any other man. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Mm, 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 mm. You said traditional men rescue women. You're a princess. I create scenarios for them to rescue me. They have a natural hero complex, savior complex. I exploit that. Okay, melanin chocolate, sprinkle, sprinkle, get it. So, and I'm going to tell y'all something. This is why I don't argue or talk with, I'm going to do quotes, men about values, traditions, about relationships, unless we're on the same page. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're just wanting to argue with a woman, I already know you're not in your masculine and nothing is going to come of it. This is why I will never do some type of debate or argument with any man that is not agreeing that all men should be providers and women should have free will to do what they want. Um, because that man is feminine and there's nothing I can get because I'm already feminine. There's no exchange we could do. Okay. So this is why I don't argue with those type of men. It's just too feminine for me. I don't debate them and I don't argue with them. If they don't know, they need to go ask a man, not me. I already told whoever is listening that you must be full provider. You don't understand that, go ask a man who also feels the same way and let them explain it to you. Because I can't say it a million times. I mean, I can, but if you're not going to listen to me, go listen to a man that says the same thing. Because they need to teach you what it is from a masculine perspective. Because you're too feminine for me. Okay? As a man who thinks that they're masculine and thinks that they're doing something, what you're really doing is showing me how feminine you are and how much you are in need to be taught by an actual man. Because all you're going to do is argue back and forth, and that's not very masculine. I said what I said. If you can't meet the standards, go away. That's literally how you have to be as a woman in order to not have to deal with these type of men. You have to be firm. I don't do that. Go away. Find the next chick. Move along, sir. You know, you can say it in a nice way. But honestly, they don't meet the standards. They can't, they're not going to be able to even get past that conversation. Okay. You said men want naturally beautiful women and women want naturally rich men. So until you can get that richness together, you know, when you're rich, you can pay for your woman to be naturally beautiful. Now, oh, Chloe, sprinkle, sprinkle. You refuse to argue with men. You're not taking me out, my feminine energy. Hope you're doing well, beautiful. Thank you, Miss Chloe. I appreciate you, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you. Yeah. And women like naturally wealthy men. So what we gonna do? Yeah, okay. Get your money out. Have y'all seen women who are well taken care of? They don't really need a lot of makeup. They can hire people to come do their skincare. They can have hairstylists. They might do a little dab here and there and look natural. Their skin is flawless. They get enough sleep, sunlight, vitamins, have a chef cooking for them, all the balance and nutrition meals. They don't have any stress. They can be naturally beautiful. But how can you want a woman to be naturally beautiful if you have your hand out, asking her to do half your job, asking her to do the work that you're supposed to be doing? She's going to be stressed out, not have time to take care of herself, you know. But you want a naturally beautiful woman and you can't even provide the environment for her to be naturally beautiful in? Goodbye. No, you got to be naturally wealthy. Okay. You like naturally wealthy men, men that already got it, men that's not afraid to spend it because more is coming in, you know, natural wealth, wealth that's continuously increasing and doesn't need to be lied about. That's what women like, natural wealth. So if you don't have natural wealth, don't fix your mouth to come over here asking women to be naturally beautiful if you're not naturally wealthy. Okay, because yeah, of course. They want you to be naturally beautiful working 12 hours a day and handing them money and building them and cooking them food and bringing them heart attacks on a plate. This is why I say a man needs to teach y'all. Because I'm tired of sitting here feeling like I'm a mother disciplining some children. And sprinkle, sprinkle. Yeah, can't be a baddie and work two jobs to pay Dusty's bills. No, you can't. You want to be naturally beautiful? Go be naturally rich first. You're gonna have flawless skin, perfect diets, people to do the most for you, so you have the least amount of stress. Go get some money. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said you got ghosted by a 53-year-old. Should you reach out only if your name is Pig Misha? When they ghost you, let them ghost. If they ever try to come back, get what you want out of them. Cash app, gifts, in order for them to come back and be able to have access to you. You don't ever reach back out. If you can't afford to let them go and move on to something better, that's exactly what they're counting on. So move along. Don't reach back. If they're not chasing you, you don't definitely never going to be chasing them. Uh-oh. Olin, wealthy men always see me with boyfriend when he's not around. They compliment me. What do I do? Well, they're probably wondering why you're with him if that dude's not able to do anything for you, and they probably know that that's not going to probably be your husband. So they're just waiting on you to wake up and be smart and start dating other people, because that's not your husband. It's your boyfriend. Okay. I mean, I thought you would have figured it out on this channel. They're waiting on when the date is, man. Boyfriends don't stand in men's way. That ain't husband. That's boyfriend. They're a dime a dozen. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Doesn't mean you have to get rid of them, but it just means you got to entertain more than him. Okay, thanks for your generous advice. So details. Okay, thank you, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. How to initiate forgiveness money. Don't talk to them unless they're giving you exactly what you want. And you need to tell them and be firm on it. I'm not talking to you unless you do A, B, C, and D. Because I'm not forgiving you unless you do A, B, C, and D. And don't say nothing else to me unless A, B, C, and D has been done, or this much money has been put in my account. Don't talk to me no more after that. If they're willing to let you go, they didn't want you that much anyway, girl, and the other person was more important because they're not trying to get you back. Okay. You said take that makeup off. Show me your bank statement. Only a full provider gets to see me without makeup unless you're on my makeup channel, which means you're feminine and you're trying to learn how to do makeup. Or watching a makeup tutorial video where I get dressed and get ready. But since you're not neither of the above, let me see your bank statement. Okay. Why is it always the broke, dusty men that don't want you to wear makeup? It's just sad. It's like y'all are experts on makeup now. Y'all got makeup detectors. Oh, she got on makeup. Her self-confidence is high. I can't bring her down. Oh, she's got on makeup. She doesn't deal with dusties. Sir, go tell your mama not to wear no makeup. I'm sure she don't listen to you either. Just like nobody else do. No one takes broke dusty seriously. Okay. In fact, let's put on some more makeup, ladies. This lip gloss right here probably costs more than his phone at Walmart. From Walmart. Along with, well, this lip combo probably costs more than his phone bill every month. This lip combo is probably worth more than he probably pays in child support. Sprinkle, sprinkle. That's why I don't like makeup, sir. They don't like makeup because it costs more than they earn. A whole box of makeup is probably more than what they make in a month. Like seriously, if you buy nice makeup, if you buy high-end makeup, and you pull out every piece of makeup that you have and add it up, it's literally going to be more than their salary, their monthly salary. That's why they don't like it. They can't maintain it. It's like $30, $20, $25, and that's just on the lip. Okay, imagine the foundation costs way more. Powder, setting spray, blush, eyeliner, mascara, lashes if you wear lashes, face cream. What else? Primer. You said the whole face costs $1,000. Brushes, exactly. That's why they don't like makeup. It costs more than they earn. They don't want you to look polished, and they don't want you to attract someone else. That's why they don't like it. So, for example, if I were to go out looking like this, you see how my cheeks glow and gives me like this nice youthful appearance, and you can see me from way across the room, and you can see these nice glossed lips and these, you know. Now imagine me sitting here with none of this on, just blending into the background. That's why they don't like it, because it allows other men to see you and to want to approach you. And they all often fear that that man will take you away from them, because he probably most definitely has more. So they don't like their women to wear makeup because they're insecure. You need to work on that insecurity, sir. Okay, I don't know who you need to go talk to, who you need to go see, but you need to go talk to somebody. Okay. Unless your woman doesn't want to wear makeup and prefers no makeup, and you can afford the best skincare and stuff for her, don't fix your mouth to say something to somebody you can't afford. Okay? Just say you insecure without saying you insecure. All right, there you go. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said your man never tells you no, you're allergic to dust. Exactly. These men in here forget where they at. This ain't Pick Misha Page, baby. We don't care if you like us natural. We like us how we like us. Okay? Your opinion don't count over here. You dusty. Remember that. Your opinion only counts with Pick Misha, somebody who'll do anything just to say they have some type of piece of man. Okay? Not over here. We said what we said. If you can't meet the standards, on to the next move along, sir. You on the wrong channel. You literally on the wrong channel. Okay? Going back to Pick Misha channel. He will definitely entertain you. Definitely accept what you have to say as truth. Nicholas and sent me some money. What? Hold on, Nicholas. Okay, he was trying to send money. I don't know if he's still here. Hold on. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Let's see. Hold on, he done sent $120. Thank you. You can always spend my money. Why, thank you, Mr. Nicholas. And then he sent some off. Thank you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I'm gonna spend that. And Miss Brittany sent me something earlier. I don't know if she's here, but thank you. I guess Nicholas liked that makeup. He sent through my Cash App. Okay. He said they don't really be marrying or checking for pick-me's. All they want is someone to temporarily control until that woman finds out they ain't about nothing. That's all they want. That's why no women that are smart fall for that okie doke no more. You broke, you want to control somebody, and you ain't got nothing to offer. Go find somebody else that's so desperate to have a man that they'll accept that crap. We ain't accepting that stuff. Okay, you need to go find somebody that life and broke down, and you the best thing that walked into it, which is not very much, but you need to go find someone that will value your opinion. It ain't us. So, ladies, sometimes y'all come in here and y'all ask me the same questions. Well, some guys said they don't like a lot of makeup. Well, some guys are insecure. Well, some guys say that they like natural. Okay, some guys don't want you to attract other men with more money either. If you don't have a choice in the matter, then if they keep telling you over and over they don't want this, they don't want this, and they're not paying every single bill, and they're not affording you the best skincare, the best stress-free life, and A, B, C, and D, then don't listen to them because they're just insecure. Okay? They're very insecure, especially if they met you with makeup on your face. Don't listen to no Dusty that has nothing to offer you. That's the dumbest thing a woman could ever do. I'm serious. Okay. You said pick-me's get left when they don't pay half the rent or the whole rent, depending on what the Dusty told them. You said mob wife makeup. You said stay wearing makeup. Do it. Stay doing what you want, ma'am. A Dusty's man opinion does not count to anybody. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And you know the reason why I'm so hard on those type of people is because if I don't tell them, they're gonna keep doing it and keep doing it and not realize that they're just showing their insecurity. And the only way to improve in life is to do some self-reflection. So they need to go look at within and ask themselves why they're so insecure about a grown woman doing what she want to do. All right. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Anyway, I'm getting ready to wrap this up. Y'all got some questions. Y'all better ask in the next few minutes. Yeah, I literally help Dusties because I take the time to sit there and explain why nobody cares, why nobody listening to them, where they went wrong, what they need to improve on. I give y'all the whole thing. Okay, you might not like the tone that I said it in, but you could listen. Mm-hmm. Sprinkle, sprinkle. And like all these Dusties are just trying to wait for somebody to divorce me. If someone divorced me, I would be better off. Y'all don't understand. Like literally, if I were to get divorced, I would be financially way better off. You don't even understand. Okay. And the reason why I don't get divorced and why my husband doesn't divorce me is because look at me. Where is he going to find someone better? Look at me. You think you're going to go get somebody better than this? No. And we have daughters. He's not one of y'all dusty dudes out there. Remember that. And he's old. Where's he going to go? When older men get married, they get married to stay married. Not like y'all youngsters. When an older man marries, they marry to stay married. Y'all don't understand, but I have to teach y'all. Okay? No, he's not using me. I don't pay any bills. I'm just saying I have a long life ahead of me. Okay? Either way, I'm going to be good. And if these people that want us to get divorced so bad, it's because they can't get what I got. They can't have the type of marriage I had. And so they're so upset. They're so upset that if they want me to divorce, so my whole message is less credible. It doesn't make a dusty message more credible. Think about it. You gonna still be dusty, and I'm not. I would never be broke. Never. Okay? These dusties want James to divorce me so bad, but James ain't going nowhere. Would you leave me if you were an older man? Come on now, dusties. You got to do better than that. Nothing you do is going to make me less credible. Okay? Especially if all the other women are telling y'all the same stuff. It ain't just me. Y'all just listen to me because I tell y'all how it is without having to suffer the repercussions of it because I'm already married and I don't work for people. So therefore, I can say what I want. I can hurt your little feelings. I can make you emotional enough to try to cause havoc. But what you really should be doing is trying to cause yourself to earn more money instead of focusing on me. You can't take away my message. It'll get stronger and stronger every day. James ain't going nowhere. Believe. Okay? Y'all can keep waiting and hoping and trying. Y'all gonna be doing that in vain. We've been together for 20 plus years. Good luck. Okay. Magdalena, sprinkle, sprinkle. How to stop caring about what your family thinks of you. They say I'm mean and try to bring me down on every occasion. I would just stop talking to them. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I would just not answer the phone. I would just ignore them until they understood that their opinion doesn't matter and that you're going to do what you want anyway. And until you can be a grown individual person without having the 2 cents of your family members weighing on your mind, then you're not going to talk to them anymore. You need to also have boundaries and cut off toxic family members if they're not beneficial to you or your mindset. It's just that easy. Just cut them off. You can even blame it on someone else. Like, I went to therapy and my therapist said to cut y'all off. Click. You ain't even got to step foot in a therapist's office. You just need to lie. All right. Uh-oh, Dia. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you, Miss Dia. So you can be like, you know what, family? My therapist said to cut you guys off because y'all are toxic and da 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 da. Bye. Just lie. Yeah, don't have them in your business. Say I'm mean. It's called boundaries. My therapist says it's not being mean. It's having called boundaries and that y'all are manipulative and that I need to cut y'all off. Goodbye. That's all you got to do. All right. And if you want to act right, then you could try again in 6 months. Here you go. All right. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So once again, people try to tear down everything that they can't achieve. It's called crabs in a barrel. And if, a lot of times if people just focus on their own path and their own journey, they could literally get somewhere and don't have to worry about anything else. Thank you, Dia. Sprinkle, sprinkle. And learn here or learn your lessons later. Okay. The real challenge in life is to leave better than you came in every area. In every area. And that's what freaks out some of these dusties. They're not leaving better. They're leaving worse with a bad reputation. Uh-oh, Zuzu, sprinkle, sprinkle. And so they will try to discredit anyone they can to stay in their soft boy feminine broke down, poverty-minded era. That's what they want to represent themselves as. They want to represent themselves as low life, low class, and broke. That's what they want to represent. That's what they want to be your choice and option in life, ladies. They want to represent the lowest of the low, and they want you to accept it. And they want to discredit anyone who tells you that you deserve better. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you, Miss Caponia. I hope I said that right. Okay, but they can't do it because all they're doing is in order to try to impact something, you got to be better than it. How do you deal with more attractive older men? You're 10. You're a 10. How do you know you don't know them down? What? You just have to open your mouth and start talking and ask, ma'am. Like, if you're attractive and you're a 10, you should have no problem getting all your bills paid. You just need to speak unapologetically. It's like, oh, you're really nice. You're really handsome. I'm so glad I met a provider. Oh my gosh. And then when they try to seal the deal, you're like, oh, well, I don't do those things until I'm in a full committed relationship to a provider. That means I ain't doing it unless you pay any bills. Okay? That's literally it. Just have your standards and keep them. Keep your standards and have them. Don't bend them for nobody. Okay? So remember that, ladies. All the time these dusties are trying to get you, it's because they can't get you. All the time these dusties are trying to tell you something, it's because they can't have you. They can't afford you. No one listens to them. They're the bottom of the totem pole. And they want to discredit anything that's telling you not to deal with them. Well, I'm going to tell you, don't deal with dust, ever. It's a mistake that you will never be able to, say I didn't told you so. Don't deal with dust. Nobody wants a dusty. Not even their moms want their sons to be dusty. Okay? Think about it. Think about this. You're dusty. A woman don't want you. Your mama ain't proud of you. You're barely scraping by. You're too focused on the wrong things instead of the right things, and you can't get anywhere. Oh, Zuzu, thank you, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Do better. I don't know who else needs to tell you. Okay. Oh, Dia. There's a rich part of city center Philly where we met a very rich man, but they're spoiled by Pygmy. What to do? Go somewhere else. Okay. You got to keep trying. You got to keep going. It's a numbers game. Go to the super bougie side of town where there is no Pygmies and everybody's bougie and are not going to do all that stuff. I don't know, because I don't live there. So I couldn't tell you, but I would definitely keep going to a richer shopping center. And go during the weekdays when the older guys are out doing their errands towards the morning and early afternoon. Oh, Bubble, your boyfriend's friend caught you cheating. This man pays all your bills and although he has not mentioned it, but I know they will tell him what to do. Deny it. So tell your boyfriend you gotta do it. Like, did he get you on film? If not, say, well, your friend likes me. They got a crush on me, and since I won't have nothing to do with it, are they trying to say that I'm doing this because they don't want you with me? Because they can't have me. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Or whoever it was with, you need to lie about saying who it was. Say he was gay. That's your cousin. That's your coworker. I don't know. You smart. You can figure it out. Figure it out, man. Use your brain. What were you wearing? Where were you at? Did he get phone footage? What can you say? Okay, Rule. Been learning to have no expectations or emotions. Now I need to work on being mysterious. Yes, Rule. That's what you got to do. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right, y'all. I do have to go. I told y'all I'm going to be on here for a few more minutes. But thank y'all, everybody who donated. I appreciate you, and everybody who sent me cash apps. Appreciate y'all too. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Y'all click subscribe, like, share the video to Pick Me if you need to, or Dusty. It doesn't matter. They're both going to be mad. Remember, learn here or learn your lesson later. All right, see y'all later.